a clean special play.
Gets another outlet pass to Adriel. The shake and bake left to right crossover and gets a layup on the right-hand side. And Terriana gets a block. Kano with some pressure. Willing passer. Ellen. Smooth jumper there.
Kendra says no way.
We have a Philip Heritage Lady Hawks matchup against Shoreline Christian for our first game of the evening. I'm here joined with Matt Tate.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. It's a really exciting night for us here. We got senior night coming up for our Lady Hawks, followed by obviously senior night for our boys basketball team as well. Should be a pretty exciting game tonight. Diamante, I'm going to work the mic tonight in a different fashion, so excited to be here and excited to watch our seniors go out in style at our home game.
Yeah, and before we jump into our pregame PA announcing, we have Tony Bluehorse on the PA. We have, I'm just going to call him again, DJ Ryan over there spinning the tunes. And as you said, added pressure, but good pressure as the gals and boys get senior night tonight.
Yeah, it's really really good to have DJ here, and really adds to the ambiance and the excitement for the atmosphere. He brings a great sound system, puts some music, some tunes out. We will do senior night, introduce all of our senior players. That'll take about 5 minutes, and then we're going to cut away to just some music in the background to finish a 5-minute warm-up and then get tip-off going tonight a little bit late at 5:35. That's the plan for our viewers at home. As the buzzer sounds, it looks like we're getting set up for senior night.
Say thank you to each and every one of you for being here this evening on this very special occasion here at Heritage High School. At this time, without any further ado, it gives me the great honor as we're going to call out onto the arena floor at this time we're going to invite out onto the floor at this time Vanessa Cortez, jersey number 3. Vanessa's parents are Yolanda Gallegos and Oscar Cortez Torres. Grandparents are Rosalie Ann Gallegos, Jean Wells, James Sidoroff, Carlos Cortez, and Christina Cortez. When we call out all of our seniors, we would also like to invite out onto the floor with them parents, friends, relatives, anybody that would like to show their support to each and every one of our seniors here as they accomplish this big trek in life, this stepping stone as they move on to further their education. Now we're going to call upon and recognize Terriana McLean, number 4, our team captain. Parents are William and Tisha McLean III. Grandparents, James and Cheryl Anderson, Christy Baker, William McLean Jr., and Misty Arcan. Some highlights here for Terriana. She placed 5th in tri-districts with the golf team. She also played on the varsity volleyball team for the Tulalip Heritage Hawks as well. Once again, let's give Terriana another big round of applause, family and friends. Calling out there at this time to join her, Kendra McLean, number 24. Parents are Sean McLean and Tara Parks. Grandparents are Jeannie McLean, Lori Parks, and Eddie Pablo Sr. Big round of applause there for Kendra, another one of our all-star players here for the Heritage Hawks, the girls. And last but not least, we want to call out there our basketball manager, Abby. Where you be, Abby? Big round of applause for Abby. Abby Guerrero. Parents are Eileen and Miguel Guerrero. Grandparents are Gary Burke and Sherilyn Burke. And right now she is attending college classes as well, so she is in the Running Start program. Friends, family, fellow teammates, classmates, let's give all of our senior girls a big round of applause. Say it loud and say it proud. Here we are. We're going to give each team 5 more minutes to warm up. 5 minutes until game time. So get your last minute snacks and refreshments
matchup
at
of
our
the Heritage Lady Hawks
concession
versus
stand.
Shoreline Christian shortly. to the Francy Sheldon gym as we will be commencing with our Heritage Lady Hawks matchup against Shoreline Christian. We had a bit of a 5-minute break after we did our showcase of our seniors, and now we are ready to roll as I'm here joined by Matt Tate tonight.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. We had a great senior night presentation. Always kind of a bittersweet moment for coaches and family. It's the end is near. High school athletics are a really important part of a lot of athletes' time in high school. Not many get to transition to continue playing on in the future. So senior night's always a special thing. I did have a chance to talk to Coach Sanchi, and he's got a special honorable thing for the boys seniors, but definitely a great presentation. Lots of family, lots of people celebrating every individual athlete. So couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, great way to summarize that. We often don't think about, obviously, the experience, sometimes when you're in the stands watching, but, for those that are here, those moments are fleeting, right?
Yeah, and one of my most memorable senior nights as a coach, I was coaching high school varsity baseball, and I had a kid that was a really talented guitarist, and so we did the national anthem before every game, and he actually played, I think it's Jimi Hendrix's version of the national anthem at first base. Like,
wow.
It was pretty cool memory. We try and create memorable experiences for students and athletes, and when I look back on my coaching career and playing career, that's probably one of the most memorable senior nights, having a kid bring his amp and guitar out to first base, his position, and send it out in style, right? So I think we're waiting on Tony Bluehorse for his announcing to get started here.
Coming to do the PA.
He must not have got the memo that announcing would start at 5:35.
All right, so here we go. I apologize about the delay. I had to send a last-minute work email. We're going to begin here introducing our Shoreline Christian School Chargers. Head coach, Mr. Anthony Jenkins. Lexi Taylor. Number 4, Laurel Cope. No. Technical difficulties here before we redos. Number 13, Alex Baynard. Number 15, Lily Fleur. Number 31, Sadie Haas. And number 2, Irene Coe. Apologize about that. We had a T dotted instead of crossed. So here we go now. Tulalip, make some noise. Here we go. Introducing the starters here for our Tulalip Lady Heritage Hawks, led by your head coach, Sabrina Moses. We're going to be introducing here starter number 3, Vanessa Cortez. Starter number 4, Terriana McLean. Number 15, Ray Lee Lewis. Number 24, Kendra McLean. And number 32, Lily Jefferson. Thank you here to our referees, Mr. Chad Smith, Marvin Williams, and Tim Chenpredit.
Part of having the DJ here, you get the Chicago Bulls intro, which is by far I don't
You
care.
missed
what anybody
that last game.
says. I wasn't here on Saturday. Correct. That's the best intro in all of sports by far. I don't care what it says.
That was a good one.
Yes.
Good touch.
Yep. I love the Chicago Bulls intro. But back in the day when I was young, that was like my team, the Bulls.
Okay,
you know.
okay.
Pippen, Jordan,
Fun
Rodman.
fact I learned today while we're waiting for our intro. Person who averaged the most points, only player to ever outscore Jordan in a head-to-head matchup, little Allen Iverson.
Oh, AI. Practice? I don't need no practice.
I learned that today, so that's a good one. I had to share that with all the viewers.
That is a good fun fact.
We get our honor song. Introducing it in an indigenous way from Tony Blue Horse.
Thank you. At this time, you may be seated. Players, take the floor. It's game
So just repeat that fact. Allen Iverson is the only person to outscore Michael Jordan on average in head-to-head matchups.
Yeah, I came across a reel. You know, we get lost in social media sometimes, and we watch reels. And out of the 900-something players that Jordan has played against, Allen Iverson is the only player in a head-to-head matchup to outscore Jordan, average more points against him.
Wow.
It's pretty awesome.
There is a value to TikTok.
Yeah. One of those, random facts, So Lady Hawks win the tip, and easy layup there for Kendra.
Yeah, nice dump pass there by Ray Lee to get the ball to Kendra.
Shoreline Christian looking to bring it down. Figure out some of that on-ball pressure that the Lady Hawks are applying.
Yeah, a little different defensive set there. Looked like a 1 with a diamond maybe on the press.
Yeah, I almost thought man for a second, but yeah, we'll see. And we get a replay monitor there. Lily with a inside pass to Rayleigh for a assist to Kendra. Almost look, is it man? I think it's a man matchup. A little bit of a switch.
Yeah, they drop back into a man there.
Nice pocket pick for Terriana, but not able to finish. So Terriana, I believe, loses control of it, so there'll be a turnover.
Yeah, an interesting press here. Sets up as a dime, 1 and a diamond goes to man.
I think the Lady Hawks are, obviously trying to trap a little bit, just swipe at the ball handlers and get some turnovers. So Terriana bringing it down. Off the mark, looks to grab her own rebound.
I got a double dribble there.
Lady Hawks get the ball back.
Got to travel inside of the key there, Rayleigh Lewis.
So far, Lady Hawks caused them a few turnovers, but not able to capitalize here on the offensive end, so we'll see if they clean it up. Post entry there, denied, and a steal by Rayleigh. Good, Terriana bringing the ball up. Swing for a 3 to Lily. Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it's good to see Coach Sabrina starting all of her seniors tonight. Not all of them necessarily get a ton of playing time, but right now it's good to see them on the court.
Yeah, I will say with the exception of 4, Vanessa, you know, she comes in as a little bit of guard relief, but applies great on-ball pressure. So, yeah, she gets to, you know, start tonight, you know, spearheading that press, and she'll be real active. So, Heritage, oh, really?
Green ball underneath the hoop. Little confusion there.
Sometimes that works.
Little decoy move there.
I thought you said it was our ball, ref. Active hands there by Lady Hawks. Terriana trying to settle in, get a possession, swings it, and then they get a post entry to Kendra. Kendra dumps it off to Ray Lee.
That's really a truly unselfish play. Great post play there by Kendra. Makes a good move. Turn around, dumps it over to Ray Lee. Really like that style of basketball.
Yeah, I like so far that the Lady Hawks, although there could have been a couple open shots, first looks, they're looking for the easiest look right now. But they gave up a 3 there to Shoreline. So they're trying to feed it to the post. You know, Kendra's obviously being very unselfish when she gets it at that high post, high low to Ray Lee. Ray Lee with some active hands, trying to get it back. Lady Hawks with the steal. Oh, just a little bit anxious there on the outlet pass. Kendra with the swat on the 3 attempt. Terriana looking to push the pace. Gets a layup attempt and then rips away the rebound. They're able to get the possession back for Toledo Heritage. So we'll have Audrey McLean check in. Nice out of bounds play there, drawn up. Gets a 3-ball attempt by Terriana just off the mark, but Audrey able to get the rebound. Swings it back to Terriana. A lot of active ball movement there.
Yeah, great ball move to swing it from the left side back to the right side. Lily had a great shot attempt. Pretty uncontested look, so if you're open, shoot it. Can't go in if you don't shoot it, right?
Yeah, and you can see there Lily on the defensive end just waiting, you know, bait and trap, settling in on that sideline, using the sideline as a defender.
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned that they're looking to trap early, and we saw just that right there. Lily's person vacated, and she stayed right there and caused a trap and a potential turnover eventually.
Nice reversal pass there by Kendra with a bank 3 for Audrey. ATM withdrawals, 24 hours.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The bank's open.
So they get nearly a steal there underneath the basket. Good active hands by Terriana. She gets partial swat. Then a steal there by Ray Lee for another outlet pass. And Terriana finishes on the other end with a layup to extend that lead.
Yeah, great job there to run the court. Unselfish, short little pass to create a 2-point lay-in opportunity for our girls.
Just trying to get some bodies in front of the ball handler, but foul call there for number 1, Lexi Taylor. She'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, so I was absent on Saturday, and I heard you were flying solo for a little bit, or had to recruit somebody from the stands?
Yeah, a little bit something like that. We actually were able to adjust on the fly. We brought in student athlete JD Rinker. He had just finished up his JV matchup. He had informed us that he wasn't going to be suiting up, so Coach Sean graciously allowed him to commentate the varsity matchups for girls and boys. So what an experience for him.
Yeah, what an experience. Do I have to be worried about my job, D?
He was pretty good. He had a good breakdown. You know, was able to kind of have some good dialogue back and forth about the game. Even add a little bit of humor. I was trying to get him to reveal some secrets of the offense. He said he didn't want to divulge any information for Heritage. So he was a good sport, though. And we were able to talk about shoes, you know, which I like. He talked about his favorite shoes. So great job by JD if he's listening later.
No, that's good to hear. Yeah, and people that don't do this, they don't understand. It's a different relationship in the booth, right? Like you and I have worked together for this is our second season, and the first couple times we had to develop kind of a flow, and so for JD to step in and be able to just seamlessly transition and take my role, that's awesome. Does he get paid too?
I don't know. I just recruit him. I'm not in charge of payroll, but hey, if they want to Hashka him some bucks, I'm okay with that. If not, you know, we'll have to go negotiate for him.
Yeah, we'll have to go. If not, we'll just chalk it up to internship work experience. He can put on his resume.
Yeah. Next thing you know, I know you were saying he'll take your role. He'll be like, I want to be an internship coordinator in the near future. As we nearly get a steal there by Terriana.
No, I'm totally for that. Like, you know, we have got a couple former players on the boys' side that are now coaching. Like, as you get older in your older years, which you're not there yet, you'll see the value of that.
Yeah, I think mentorship is very meaningful, and you know, having that transition of the younger generation. So for the folks out there, share knowledge, bring in mentees. You know, we need more of that.
Yeah, as we're talking there, Molly Jones-Charles makes a great, basically just ripped the ball out of the offensive player's hand. So shout out to her as she comes down and fouls. But good aggressive play. I think she's a first-year player maybe. I know she's first year at our school, but really a cool kid in the school environment, and like to see her find success out here on the court as well.
Yeah, great basketball play, being a reliever there, jumping in, you know, trying to have some sense of role as she cracks the roster. I know the girls are looking very active, so, hey, you know, more basketball plays for each player, doing a good job as they get ready for districts, the better.
Well, yeah, 100%. You see them, I mean, if we had a video of the first game of the year compared to this game, definitely more active on the defensive end. Like you said, gearing up for districts coming up this week.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Just them really filling into that defensive energy, active on the boards, trusting the offensive plan more. Seems like they had a real well-rehearsed offense. You know, a lot of high-low here early. So great job by the girls so far.
Great effort there by Kendra McLean to save the ball and keep it in play. Looks like it'll be Shoreline Christian ball on the near sideline. 1:21 left in the first quarter. Kind of a lopsided foul situation. We already have 5 fouls on our end, and with that new rule, 5 fouls in a quarter, automatic 2 shots. So
yeah, they weren't able to capitalize on the offensive end and got caught up in some transition fouls early, kind of, you know, playing a little, I wouldn't say sloppy, but it's hard to not foul right in transition. So.
Well, and you look at that, like 5 fouls in the first quarter, you get 5 as a team, might as well use them. If you're going to play an aggressive up-tempo style of defense, you're going to have to give a little bit on the foul side. So I would rather see our girls play aggressive and get 5 fouls than not play aggressive and sit around kind of on their heels. So I'll take this style of play any day of the week.
For sure, for sure. So we have Audrielle bringing up the ball. Just under a minute nearly left in the first quarter. Mid-range jumper for Kendra, no good. Yeah, and the one thing I will say too is the girls are doing a lot better of a job of recovering on defense. You know, they're active, they try to play the ball, maybe play the passing lanes, and if not, they drop back into their spots. able to get a stop there, you know, force maybe a bad jumper for Shoreline Christian, so they'll come up with one of the last possessions here.
Yeah, definitely doing a much better job of getting back on defense, it's always good to see growth and progress through the year. You know, Coach Sabrina does a good job getting our girls ready for, like you said, districts here coming up this week. I don't even know what the standings are. I think last I heard we were second, maybe first in league.
I'll check that to confirm while we're here. In the inbounds pass off the mark.
Yeah, so we Shoreline Christian ball with 23.5 seconds left. As the defensive side of things looking to get a quick steal and maybe a last second 2-point bucket to go into the quarter up by 7. We shall see how it plays out. Heritage back in a 2-3. Quick steal there. Tiriana McLean takes it all the way. Gets her own rebound, goes up again, just off the mark. Now looking to stop progress and go to the quarter as we see the end of the first quarter. Lady Hawks up 9-4 at the end of the first quarter. As we get some stats here, Kendra McLean, 2 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds for the quarter, which is I think a good line item. I like to see a big girl, or one of your bigs, 4 or 5 type player, getting rebounds, also getting some assists. But really highlighting the active defense we've seen from our Lady Hawks. What do you think, Dee?
Yeah, I would agree. They're definitely active on the defensive end, active hands, getting some steals. I would like to see them settle in on the offense just a little bit more. They had some kind of turnovers early, but they're getting a lot of good looks at the basket, so you can't complain. Not forcing a lot of shots from the outside, getting the best look.
Yeah, I definitely agree with it. They're getting good open looks, and sometimes they don't always fall. So, but as we see there, some highlights: a dunk by Kendra, one of her 2 assists to Ray Lee. I want to highlight the defense, and defense wins championships, right? So if they're looking to go deep into the playoffs, that's a great place to start.
Yeah, and as we see the roster here, we have number 1, Isabel Jefferson, number 3, Vanessa Cortez, number 4, Tariana McLean, number 5, Audrey McLean, number 14, Molly Jones-Charles, number 15, Rayleigh Lewis-Freiberg, number 23, Tegan Shopbell, 24, Kendra McLean, number 30, Heaven Ayukes, and Lily Jefferson. And if you're just joining us, our seniors that were honored for the night were Vanessa Cortez, Tariana McLean, and Kendra McLean, and then our team manager, Abigail Guerrero.
Yeah, I just want to highlight, we got a basketball junkie. Hank Williams there was on the video for a while. I mean, that guy's been in the gym for probably 100,000 hours, watching, even playing and watching, and obviously his grandson Raekwon's there in Virginia playing for them. Got a chance to watch him a couple times, representing all Native athletes, all Indigenous athletes, but also doing a great job of representing his home of Tulalip. So just shout out to Hank for always being a great supporter of our youth. I don't think he misses a game, whether it's here, MP, MG, wherever there's a game. You obviously most of the time see him in the stands.
Yeah, I think basketball's the most popular sport in Indian country. I would make an argument for that. So we get fans ranging from the different generations for each family that'll come out and support, and so we love to see Hank Williams here supporting the program, even though his grandson was MP alumni. But hey, showing love to Tulalip Heritage. I think we all make a rally to support our home school.
Yeah, of course.
We get a turnover there for Shoreline Christian.
Well, and a travel there by Tiriana McLean. We're going to go the other way with that. Sometimes the mind thinks one thing and the body doesn't respond, and that's what happens.
A little anxiousness right there, right? Just wanting to extend that lead. They're, obviously they're being real successful on defense, so hey, they want to look to score. Give up a 3 there, though.
I think the official called that a 2.
Oh.
Looking at the score, it looked like a 3 from here, but I saw a motion over a 2-point.
High arcing 3 off the mark for Audrielle. Good deflection there by Terriana. Nearly a steal. I think they were questioning whether the ball went off of Shoreline Christian player there.
Yeah, you've mentioned a couple times active hands, and I would assume that's been a point of emphasis over the last couple weeks of practice. We're seeing a lot better defensive play out of our girls.
Yeah, when JD was on there with me, you know, that's one of the things I was just trying to share was your hands are an extension of your body, and sometimes they're a little bit quicker than your feet, so use that to your advantage, right?
Yeah, Shoreline Christian kind of stymied there, trying to figure out what to do as the rebound just goes off their player. The Lady Hawks ball going the other way.
So yeah. Lady Hawks get the possession. Three there for Terriana. Yeah, Lady Hawks just trying to find some rhythm on offense here still.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, they're getting open shots, but I feel like they're shooting early on in the possession. Maybe, you know, as a coaching perspective, look to work the ball around a little bit more. Just because you're open doesn't mean you have to shoot it. We had really good success with the high-low in-out action in the first quarter, so that was working well.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Shoreline Christian maybe made an adjustment to take away some of that post play. We'll have to see when they go back down on the other offensive end. So far, Lady Hawks really making Shoreline Christian work, and Isabel with the steal there. And then a long outlet pass. Found her sister right on the mark, hit her right in the hands.
Well, yeah, hit her right in the hands, deflected, and a great recovery there by Audrielle to gather and lay that ball up for 2 points. Pretty athletic play there, honestly.
Yeah, Terriana looking like she could have played a little bit of quarterback for us.
As we see, Isabel steps up, real aggressive, causes forced turnover there, and a timeout by Shoreline Christian. Are you saying that we're looking for a quarterback for the fall, for next fall? I mean, girls can play football.
Yeah, for the viewers at home, our senior led us at the end of the season, Lincoln Pablo, sitting right next to me. You know, he'll be graduating this year, so we are indeed looking for that role to be filled. Obviously, we'll see how that plays out. We'd love for somebody already on the roster to fill that position. But yeah, if there's any moms, dads who want their daughters to sign up, we'd love to have anybody who's talented enough to be composed and be in the pocket.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of slipped my mind that you were part of the football staff. You were in the defense for those guys, and so are we holding open tryouts June 10th for a quarterback position?
Hey, that's what it's looking like. You know, we'll have to get some reps in. We'll have to consider all the options.
That's hilarious.
A lot of adjustments were made on the fly. You know, obviously Lincoln able to step in, so we'd love to have, like I said, anybody who's, you know, can show that they're going to be great at the position, girl or boy.
Any willing and abled body that wants to step up and play quarterback. Oh, nice inside out, good inside pass by Isabel, really just off the mark.
And Lady Hawks just really recovering. Even if they don't get a bucket, they're making Shoreline Christian work on the offensive end. A little bit of contact there. What a steal. Backside dump off to Terriana.
Yeah, a really great job there by Audrielle to really suck that defender down low on the block and then dump it back to her sister. You know, that's the kind of unselfish play that leads to success for, you know, in the future in playoffs. So good to see that style of play.
Yeah, I like how they both knew, hey, we're pushing the pace. As soon as we get this ball, we're running to the bucket. Then we get a foul call there. Sees we on the replay monitor, active hands. Terriana pokes it out. Audrielle running down the court, finds her sister on the backside for that smooth layup. And then I think we're going to get 3 new players, Molly, Kendra, and Vanessa, coming in to rotate for the Lady Hawks. So off the mark for Shoreline Christian on that first free throw, and we'll have our 3 subs come in.
Random side note commentary. I see Coach Chris on the sideline in shorts. I mean, this afternoon I could not believe how warm it was. I was Trying to figure out, I didn't have my shorts on.
Yeah, I thought we were ready for an outside game.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
So get a turnover there by the Lady Hawks on nearly a rebound. And so Shoreline Christian will get the ball back after a pair of free throws missed. One dribble pull up off the mark. Rebound though for Shoreline Christian. Another rebound. Looking to get a mid-range jumper. Molly with the rebound and rip away, but there's a jump ball, and Shoreline Christian will get the ball back.
Yeah, good job by Molly securing the rebound there, and then makes her best effort to rip the ball out before the jump ball's called, but good aggressive play.
3 ball, they're off the mark for Shoreline. And the girls, you know, as we've said, just really active hands, trying to contest everything, get their hands in the passing lane. And as we see a tip there.
Shoreline Christian ball still. Yeah, that last possession, I think we gave up 4 offensive rebounds. So it's really challenging. You know, we're in a 2-3 zone situation. You know, you're in a zone defense. It's hard to find a person to box out. Like, you really just have to find somebody and put a body to them. And as we secure the rebound, go the other way.
Yeah, I would agree. Everybody's got to get downhill once that ball goes up, get into the rebounding lanes. Get a foul call there. So they didn't, I know as you alluded to earlier, they didn't reset the foul count, so I'm not sure what it is, but another foul there attributed to the Lady Hawks. I believe that one was on Molly, so we'll have to watch that closely. Good box out by Molly. Kendra with the rebound. Outlet pass to Audrielle, and an easy layup to extend that lead for the Lady Hawks. Vanessa with some full court pressure. Just still causing some chaos for Shoreline Christian, but they get an outlet.
A 12-foot jump shot. Number 1, Lexi Taylor, just a freshman. You're looking at Shoreline's roster. They got 4 freshmen, 2 sophomores, a junior, and a senior. So fairly young team. Probably trying to find their way.
Audrielle with a nice cut to the basket, finds the open lane, plays through the contact, able to get it off the backboard for a layup. Takes the spill, looking for an and-one opportunity. You know what I noticed, Coach? Sometimes players, they jump up faster when the ball goes in the hoop than when it
Most definitely. There's a lot more motivation to get to the foul line. You can complete an and-one 3-point play opportunity.
Yeah, when the ball doesn't go in the hoop and it rolls out, sometimes they lay on the ground for an extended period of time, and you wonder if they're okay or if they're just disappointed it didn't go in.
The sympathy any way they can find it if they don't make that bucket.
So Lady Hawks able to get the ball back. Nearly a quick 4 points there by Audrielle.
Kendra McLean gets herself 3 rebounds on 1 possession, falls to the ground for one of those. Those are unfortunate travel calls, you know, kids playing hard and falls to the ground and then rolls a little bit, and it is what it is. But
yeah, a lot of bodies in there bumping, you know, jostling for the rebounds. But Nessa able to get a steal to Audrielle. Whoa, deep 3 behind the white line for Terriana. I think the crowd would have erupted if she would have made that one.
Yeah, that ball goes in. This crowd's going wild for sure. I don't know, philosophy has never seen a shot it didn't like right there. I don't know what we're thinking. Especially there in that situation, you got Kendra McLean on the wing right at the 3-point line, and we all know she's capable to put those in too. So.
Yeah, and I like the contrast. You have Audrielle, who holds the ball kind of waiting for the offense, and Sis says, I'm taking that.
Give me the ball, I'm taking it.
Shoots it a little bit early in the possession, but hey, timeout for Shoreline Christian. Lady Hawks lead 20-8.
Yeah, pretty handily led game right now if we can just consistently keep doing what we've been doing. I think the difference here tonight is the defensive play, causing some turnovers, putting the pressure on Shoreline Christian. At sometimes I don't feel like Shoreline Christian knows really what to do with the defensive pressure. So great strategy there. Coach Sabrina's got him lined up to really put the pressure on.
So quick question while we're jumping out of the break. Did they have the fatheads when you were playing?
I don't know. Is that an age-related question, or
I'm just asking?
Curious?
What are you thinking about them since they're a new thing?
Oh, the fatheads are fun. No, we didn't have the ability to print pictures that big. We were still trying to, have a digital camera, and we were lucky we were getting pictures. I remember the days of camera rolls. Like you take the roll of film into the store, whatever it was. I mean, I know you're probably too young to remember that. And these kids today, they don't even know what a digital camera is. It's all on their phones.
I actually knew about film. I don't think they had fatheads by the time I was playing.
Big block there by Kendra McQueen.
And then a rebound by Isabel. But so yeah, fatheads really fun. I love them. I like the pictures where they're a little goofy. They get to put the player on the spot. Obviously, it's a little bit added fun and humor there.
Well, I can't wait for the day when I can put my own son's face on a fathead. I've got about 1,000 embarrassing pictures on my phone of him. So, yeah, the fatheads are definitely fun. Keeping it light, keeping it real, definitely creating the atmosphere here.
Yeah, so if you're watching back, shout out to families who brought the fatheads for their players. I see a couple funny but really loving, warming pictures. Let me get a steal there. Outlet pass.
Quarterback tryouts. Great outlet pass there, sister to sister, for an easy 2-point.
That was a tough one. As you say that, I thought of that Brandon Ayuk's catch in the playoff game.
I did not see that. I apologize.
It was a touchdown that led to some momentum for the 49ers to beat the Lions. Terriana with the high post entry to Kendra for the nice jump hook.
Yeah, did a great job of flashing across the lane there. Catch, little jump hook action. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
3 ball there is good for Shoreline Christian. Maybe a 2. It was a 2. Long 2. Long 2.
And number 31, Sadie Haas there. Finds the bottom of the net. And that'll take us to the end of the second quarter to halftime. Lady Hawks up 24-10.
Yeah, nice long ball there for Terriana off the mark to end the quarter. Any takeaways as we go into the second?
Kind of the same stuff we talked about. I really think that our defensive momentum has led to offensive success. I could say we could maybe look at the second or third good shot, not the first shot from the white line, if it was me in the locker room. But all in all, a lot of success being had by our Lady Hawks. Super proud of them. That's kind of my takeaway and analysis. You got anything to add to that?
So correction going into the second half, obviously. But I like that. Yeah, just settle in. They're getting a lot of good buckets at the rim. So just keep with that ball movement, and I think they'll be successful. As we see a stat update, Audrey McLean, points leader, 14 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. And that will conclude the first half for the Lady Hawks against Shoreline Christian. We will see you shortly in the second half, just under 10 minutes. Welcome back to the Francy Sheldon Gym as we enter the second half of a Tulalip Heritage Lady Hawks matchup against Shoreline Christian. Lady Hawks up 24-10 on Shoreline Christian as we've got some tunes closing out halftime. We were joined this evening and last by, I'm just gonna call him DJ Ryan. If you guys need DJ services, unofficial shout out, reach out to Natasha Freiberg. That's her husband. Maybe he'll do a birthday, maybe he'll do a wedding. He's spinning the tunes tonight.
Yeah, you know, like I talked about earlier, it changes the atmosphere of the gym. You got a great sound system in the corner. This guy mixing tunes, it's really a great thing. And unofficial shout out, he didn't pay us for this, but I would give him a recommendation to anybody that wants DJ services for a birthday party, wedding, anniversary, et cetera, et cetera. So always good to have DJ Ryan here in the house for us. As we open up here the second half, Lady Hawks up to a really nice, comfortable lead at 24-10. Really cruised through the first half, so excited to see what the second half can bring.
Yeah, they've been rolling on defense, getting some turnovers, getting some easy layups. Obviously, they got to settle into their offense as we see a nice post entry there to Lily, but not able to come up with an attempt for a shot. And as we come back into the half, I was able to find the standings for 1B Northwest. So you had mentioned earlier to Heritage Lady Hawks possibly being number 2. I just want to confirm. So on SB Live for the 1B Northwest, Lady Hawks are 8-1 in 1B Northwest play and 11-6 overall. So they have that second spot locked up right now, ahead of Grace Academy and just behind Lummi.
And no chance for a first place finish? Is that what we're looking at?
It looks pretty close. I don't know how many games are. They could possibly go for a first place tie if they win tonight, and then obviously you would have the tiebreaker if Lummi doesn't have a game. I think they close out their schedule playing Lummi is what I saw. And
that's what I think I remember as well. So it could be where the tiebreaker comes down to the end of the season, where that last game really means a lot for first or second place. And I don't think there's a huge advantage. I was talking to Coach Sean Sanchi with the boys about where they're sitting for playoffs. I don't think there's a huge advantage between first and second. I think they both get a first round bye, so won't have to worry about playing that first game in the district tournament.
Yeah, so great play so far for Lady Hawks going into the season. Obviously they've had some tough games against Lummi, but so far over 500. Just really looking to smooth some things out as they go into district play. I think we saw a pair of free throws there knocked down by Terriana to extend that lead to 16 points for the Lady Hawks. Post entry there to Kendra off the backside of the rim. They get a steal. And then over and back call there. Vanessa kind of stuck on the half court. Passes it back to Terriana, who's just trying to get it past half court. So Shoreline Christian bringing the ball up. Terriana almost with a steal. Kendra with some help side defense gets a swat. Terriana with a rebound. With a euro. Off the mark. Just trying to secure her own rebound. And it goes out of bounds. Shoreline Christian going to be passing the ball in. Lady Hawks still trying to trap at half court. Good contest there by Kendra. Lady Hawks get the rebound, so Audriel gonna walk it up, maybe settle into some offense. And then a three there by Terriana. Kendra nearly taps it to herself. Gonna get a little bit of a push foul there on Kendra, I believe.
Was it Audriel or Terriana that shot the white line volleyball 3 in the first half?
That was Terriana.
Terriana. Happened to run into her dad during halftime, and I was like, so did you teach her that shot? He was like, heck no, I didn't teach her that shot. So must have been mom, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure, you know, obviously as a dad, you probably want to see high efficiency, pour on the points, so maybe some layups.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what
mom's
got
coach.
from his response.
You know, mom's the coach right now. She's probably, you know, maybe allowing the green light, finding some rhythm. I'm not sure, but that'll be a fun one to talk about over dinner.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be talked about on the car ride home.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll make it to dinner.
So we have first free throw there for Shoreline Christian, number 1, Lexi Taylor.
Real healthy lead here for our Lady Hawks, 26-11. So a solid 15-point lead in high school girls B basketball. It's a pretty comfortable lead to be at, as long as we just keep doing the things we did in the first half to sustain that lead. And, you know, in a situation like this, you don't even really have to do a whole lot to grow the lead. You're more concerned about, you know, valuing each possession, taking care of the basketball, getting good high percentage shots, eating up the shot clock, all those things to maintain that lead. A jump ball there with Tiriana McLean.
Yeah, and as you say that, what came to mind was, you know, sometimes playing some opponents where you've been pretty successful on defense, get some steals. That kind of plays in your favor, but it does, if the play's a little unpredictable or, you know, off kilt, it kind of leads to that you give up some baskets here and there, maybe some errant fouls, right? It's hard to predict what's going on.
Yeah, great job. Great aggressive defense there. Isabel Jefferson to get the steal. Gets it up. Those are the kind of shots we like to see, you know, mid-range jumpers. Normally Kendra's pretty good about putting that in. Just goes off the backboard in the rim.
Steal there for Audrielle. She just rips it away. I thought that was a shot fake for another deep 3, but sister says I'll take it. Kendra with the rebound. And then a volleyball attempt, spike back in.
Little volleyball action on the baseline there.
So we see both Lady Hawk players hustling for it. A little bit of a choppy start here for the Lady Hawks. They got a quick pair of free throws and haven't scored just yet. And we get a foul call there for Audrielle. As I was kind of mentioning there, right, you know you've had some success. You kind of get almost suckered into being overly aggressive.
Yeah, 100%. Had some success. Overly aggressive. 3 fouls in the first 3.5 minutes of the game, or the second half.
So we saw a substitution there. Rayleigh coming in for some post play for the Lady Hawks. Substituting. Oh, Isabel Jefferson nearly with a steal. And then the nightly withdrawal from the ATM. Banks open.
Yeah.
For Shoreline Christian.
Yeah, Shoreline trying to claw their way back into this game. Leads down to 13 points. As high as 16 points at one time for Lady Hawks. This is that situation where we're talking about valuing each possession. You know, getting the most out of each possession is important to maintain that lead. Kind of on a dry spell on the offensive end for our Lady Hawks.
Yeah, and as you say that, I see Tariana kind of trying to maybe communicate some of the offense to Molly. There was a little bit of confusion. I'm not sure if Molly knew that she was supposed to maybe be an on-ball screen for Tariana. That's what it looked like. But then, nonetheless, a Tariana touchdown to Audrielle for a layup.
Tariana touchdown. They got a new nickname, huh? I like that.
You know, it's looking like we could have used her more and more as a quarterback, but we'll take some layups in basketball.
I think she might be the one we have up in the booth after the game, and you can propose her coming and trying out to play quarterback. Well, she actually can't.
Yeah,
she's
senior. She was honored tonight. It would have been nice. That's why I said it. Looking more and more like we missed out. Actually, fun story. As we see a 3 there by Tariana. Fun story. She actually played during the first inaugural season that the Junior Hawks had a youth football program. She actually was out there with the boys, and she was pretty tough. She was willing to tackle, get dirty, and get physical. So she can play some football. So shout out to Tariana.
Oh, really? That is an interesting fun fact as we celebrate senior night here at Francy Sheldon Memorial Gym.
3 there on the monitor.
Once again, also a big shout out there to Tulalip TV and all of our pay-per-view viewers this
Oh,
Pay-per-view?
apparently we're pay-per-view.
Hey, HBO, what are you offering?
Color commentary pay-per-view.
Yeah, ESPN deal coming soon, I guess.
Yeah, you know, it's we talked about this before, but the production setup that we have here, I mean, rivals some small colleges, honestly. You know, all the way from the guys running the cameras. We got guys that are Pac-12, Kraken, you know, camera guys. Obviously, top-tier talent in the broadcast booth with yourself and I. But really, a really great service. Cody Fay does a great job providing this service to the community, and not only just broadcasting basketball games, but a lot of the video content that we see on social media for the tribe is really well put together. And it's all a testament to Cody and his crew. As we see a nice three there.
Another 3-ball. Terriana got it rolling on the offensive end. Yeah, and I will say kudos. Kudos to the production team. Rebound there. And an outlet pass to Adriel. 3-ball of her own. Ooh. That was a heat check.
Heat check.
Nearly a steal there. Lily wanted that one.
As we cruise to a 19-point lead, biggest lead of the game so far for our Lady Hawks. Yeah, on the topic of TV, I had a great meeting last week with the fire department, as my job in the school is internship coordinator and trying to match students with internship opportunities. We took a trip to the fire department, had 7 kids go with us last Tuesday, which led to a meeting with the new battalion chief, Bobby. I forget Bobby's Guaramez. He's a new battalion chief here for our new station up at Quilceda Village. And through conversation, he was like, well, I was really looking for somebody that could do like interviews and do like some of this and some of that and videotape. And I'm like, well, you're new to the community. You know, we have Tulalip TV. And he's like, oh, what's that? So actually I had to pull up our broadcast on YouTube and show him what we got. And battalion chief and his 3 firefighters that were in my office, thoroughly impressed with the quality of it.
He was stoked.
Yeah, he was like, wow, I had no clue that you have this here. I'm like, yep. We have a great production crew, put together. And the cool thing, too, is all these broadcasts are, they're archived, if you will, and available for years. And our student athletes get a chance to see themselves on TV, which is always fun.
That's awesome to introduce somebody to see the high-level production that we have here in the community.
Yeah, I mean, and they're, like I said, they're opening a new station. I think the projected site is there at 88th and 27, that little grass field by Bingo. They're going to get a temporary station up by April, but we're working to build a cadet program. So going to the board this week, Chief Shaughnessy and myself, to advocate for, a decent chunk of change, but it's going to actually pay dividends in the future as we kind of grow firefighters from with our own here within our own department. So Chief Shaughnessy's a huge supporter of finding ways to grow from within the community, and excited for this opportunity to come to fruition.
Attempt there by Rayleigh off the mark. Lady Hawks able to scramble, get back on defense, get a contest high off the backboard for Shoreline Christian. Yeah, and I didn't want to stray away from what you were saying. Obviously, we got to call a little bit of the action, but so you said cadet program coming soon to Tulalip Heritage High School?
Yeah, really, fingers crossed. I think, we've got really good support from CEO Rochelle Lubbers. I've talked to a couple board members, really good support, positive support from them. I think it should be kind of a slam dunk proposal here this week. But what that would look like is we have, I think we have 5 kids that are really interested in the fire service, and the new battalion chief, Bobby Guadarrama's, he, and I probably butchered his name, but he actually ran a very similar program at Stanwood Camino Fire. So Chief Shaughnessy went and kind of sniped him, recruited him with that intent in mind. So
that's awesome. And in between that, we get a steal by Isabel, attempted layup blocked, but great defense there.
Yeah, I think that's multiple steals for Isabel in the night, probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 steals at least. Doing a great job on the defensive end for our Lady Hawks.
Yeah, just everybody active on all cylinders of the defensive end. And as we're watching, inside scoop there by Matt Tate.
Yeah, inside scoop. I mean, you got a
Projects
kind of
to
a
come.
runaway game, and we use this platform to not only, obviously broadcast our student athletes, but kind of give some updates from the school and stuff happen in the community. And we're blessed to have that opportunity to share this with our community, our viewers. To kind of keep in the loop,
So as you heard it here first, Matt Tate says that if you want to play sports and also part-time learn how to be a firefighter, come to Chile Heritage High School.
Yeah, definitely. And eventually it'll turn out where our high school graduates that spend, I think, 2 years in the program, they will actually graduate high school with their firefighter 1 and become hireable within a department. So,
wow.
Which, I mean, firefighting is a great career.
Yeah,
obviously service-minded. I think their beginning pay here at Toledo Bay is like $70,000 a year to work 10 days a month, maybe.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a great opportunity. Bank 3 for Terriana. That's 3 threes, I believe. We had a halftime stat update. This one's probably not accurate. Adriel came into that with 14 points. Terriana probably has closer to 11 points, and Kendra with 4 points. Obviously not on the floor right now.
Yeah, Terriana saw those stat lines and was like, I can't let my sister beat me. I got to go out and get my own. So,
especially on senior night.
Of course. Can't let your sister outscore you on senior night.
Long 3 there.
Oh, just off the mark.
For Adriel. So as we go into the 4th, Lady Hawks with a runaway lead, as you said earlier, up big 37-17 on Shoreline Christian.
Yeah, it's always good to have a win for your seniors, their last game at home. So really super proud for our seniors and super excited for them and the rest of the team. Of course, it's a team effort, but always good to walk away knowing your last game at your home court is a big W, of course.
Yeah, great memories, great support by the family, and good momentum going into districts, I would say. They obviously got one more tough one against Lummi, but to know that you close out the season over 500 and that whoever you get, you're probably going to be ready is going to be a good testament.
Oh yeah, that next game against Lummi, is that tomorrow night up there or is it Wednesday?
I saw January 30th. We'll have to confirm that though.
So that would be January 30th up in Lummi. This game obviously was a rescheduled broadcast from the Thursday snow day. As I get handed out, fresh update, AHA for press. Terriana McLean, 13 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Adriel McLean, 18 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. So Terriana definitely has a little bit of catching up to do if she wants to outscore her sister on her senior night.
Yeah, girls rolling on defense. Barring anything substantial happen, we'll close out tonight with a win. And that would give them, I believe, first place tie if Lummi loses. Obviously, Lummi, I think, is sitting at 12-5. Girls sitting at 11-6, so they win, go to 12-6. And the tiebreaker being January 30th.
It looks like district championship could be on the line. I don't know how the tiebreaker scenario works. If we win that game, if it tied league records, tied non-league records, I don't know. Do you playoffs?
I'm not.
You have co-league champs, maybe.
I'm not sure. It would be awesome to see maybe another tiebreaker. Just to get a rubber match before you go into districts. Get some more experience under your belt, especially for some of these players. Obviously going to be a lot of pressure for some of the seniors, right? This is their closing out their season. Everything's on the line after that. But for some of these younger players, it would be a great opportunity to get some district experience.
As you see Adriel go there, shoot the deep 3, was fouled on contact after the shot, but still counts towards a shooting foul. So she's going to shoot 3 from the free throw line.
So extending her points leader total tonight with 20 points, I believe. So shooting her.
I apologize. That's Adriel at the line.
Third shot just misses.
A steal,
Quick
though.
steal by Adriel.
Terriana with a running three. Shoreline Christian able to get the ball back. Coach Chris asking for some matchups on defense. And then a layup there as she fell asleep at the wheel. So Shoreline Christian able to get 2 points there. Swing pass there for Terriana to Adriel. And then a deflection there, so ball will go out, stop transition play.
Lily going to be inbounding here for the Chargers.
6 minutes and 52 seconds here left in the fourth quarter. And that pace getting the Shoreline Christian as there's a turnover. So for the folks at home, you know, who are watching, obviously we see the wind going on, you know, maybe they tuned into that cadet program, informal. What does that look like for a student who gets to participate in that program and also get a high school diploma as a high school student? Is that, you still get a traditional schedule?
Yeah, so it's really the way we're kind of building this thing as we go in partnership with the fire department. You know, they're the experts in the fire service. On our behalf, you know, we're kind of looking at the school side. The tentative schedule would be 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. So a student would come to Heritage for essentially 3 classes in the morning, and then would go to the fire department and spend, you know, 3 hours a day with a firefighter, learning various fire skills, getting the knowledge and the experience, doing drills and stuff. Visiting other fire departments as well. So, yeah, they would get a high school diploma when they're finished. They just, instead of, you know, having your 5 classes at Heritage, you'd have 2 or 3 classes at Heritage, and then you'd have the rest of your time, and your credit would be given for your time spent in the fire service. And I mean, you look at a job like that, there's all kinds of math, writing, science. You know, paramedics are basically doctors on wheels, right? A lot of really important things that can be taken in the field. So, yeah, excited to put this together. This has been a dream of Chief Shaughnessy's probably ever since he got here. And then last year we started talking about it. And this year we've got enough interest from our students to really have a pilot program, see what works, what doesn't work, make some adjustments for more of a solid program. My understanding is that, you know, we're going to start with our students at Heritage, but eventually it'll be open to all of the Marysville School District juniors and seniors. With probably a focus on recruiting our specific tribal kids to come be a part of that.
That's great news. So students, if you're listening, you get halftime at school, halftime at the fire department on Matt. So if you're interested, inquire more with Matt Tate. And as we got some action in between the conversation, we had an outlet pass by Terriana to Adriel for a layup, and then we had a foul call there, I believe, on Kendra. So Lady Hawks up 43, Shoreline Christian 20.
Yeah, you talk about students and also community members. You know, if you hear about this and you think it's a good idea, it doesn't help to reach out to those that are in leadership positions that you may know in support. I think we have really strong support already, but never hurts for a little extra support for something like this.
We get a toe tap out of bounds there by Kendra. Yeah, and I agree. So we're looking over. We got a young fan with a fat head. Trying to see who he's got over there. Oh, he's got a picture of Terriana. So fat heads in fashion tonight from all family members. Steal there by Adriel, breaking away. Oh, dribbles it out of bounds.
Feet got tangled up there a little bit. Kind of a rough fall. As you see in great sportsmanship fashion, the Shoreline Christian girls rush over to help her up.
And then we get a timeout there by Shoreline Christian. So 4 minutes, 34 seconds left. Lady Hawks in control of this one, up 43-20 against Shoreline Christian.
Yeah, pretty comfortable 23-point lead for our Lady Hawks. Oh, here we got a little Name That Tune going on and DJ Ryan. You got a guess? I don't.
I've heard the song. I can't think of the name. It's a good one, though.
If it was Name That Sneaker, you'd know it, though.
Very true, very true. I might, actually. I'm not. There's bigger sneakerheads than me, but, you know, I might. Yeah, it's a good song. Oh, it's E40. It's E40. I think it's Go Dumb, E40. I had to hear it. See, you just had to hear E40.
E40.
He's native to the Bay Area, if you didn't know. Great rapper.
I've heard of him. I mean, I think he sounds good.
So good tune by E40 as we got it on the speaker.
But I'm
DJ
just
Ryan.
I'm just terrible at trivia in general. Like, I don't know, my brain doesn't work that way. Too much reliance on Wikipedia and Google.
So I heard somebody say today, actually I had a good conversation. You know, some people, they have an ability to have, you know, stored knowledge for utility. I think I'm the opposite, where I just have a bunch of facts that aren't used for utility. So I know a lot of random things that I don't know how applicable they are to daily life.
I got a lot of random useless stuff in my brain.
Yeah. But hey, shout out to those people who can, you know, like I said, knowledge for utility. If you got that ability. That was a good conversation with Marjorie James. I don't know if she watches the broadcast, but she knows some very useful phrases. She can name a lot of things, a lot of aha moments there.
And your part of the conversation was, well, E40's from the Bay Area, and these are the sneakers that are up and coming.
Sneakers, sports facts, music, Euro.
Oh, nice Euro step there.
Names of basketball moves. Nice Euro step through there by Tariana for the layup to extend that lead.
Yeah, self-admittedly, my long-term memory and recall is not at the top of where it should be. However, I know where to find stuff. You ask me a question, I'm a research fiend, and I will find where it's at, and I will direct quote whatever and cite my sources and all that good stuff. But
so you see on the replay monitor there, that layup. Yeah, I will. Hey, I had somebody ask me one time, obviously I have kids now, they say, are you looking with your dad eyes? So I guess, you know, finding things not my specialty either, because I can't find anything.
Looking with your dad eyes. Like, where's the ketchup in the fridge, but it's right in front of your face?
It's like, well, yeah, one of those things where you say, I don't know, go ask your mom. She knows where it's at.
You see a three there by number 1 from Shoreline, Lexi Taylor.
Tariana,
I thought she was going to let that fly.
She thought about it. Oh, a little bit of travel.
Almost a nice spin move there by Lexi Taylor. Got a little bit ahead of herself.
She was dancing in traffic, in traffic.
Yeah.
So good ball pressure there by Tariana, reaching for it, able to cause a turnover. Kendra with a long
Kendra, yep. Oh, I thought that one was in.
And then a rip away layup off the mark for Kendra. She tips it, picks it back up, and second chance is good.
Like persistence. I missed the three, I get the rebound. I shoot, I get the rebound.
Yeah, she tapped it in between there. She knew where the ball was going, able to get it off the ground and put it back up.
Yeah, interesting fact about Kendra McLean. She actually is a student of ours that started in the Taro vocational training program, the pre-apprenticeship program that started today. So we got, I think, 6 or 7 of our students who are 18 years old and seniors looking to explore careers in the trade. So she had an interview last week with them. I got to sit in on that, and exciting new beginnings for her today.
Another three there by Tariana. She's on fire tonight from the three-point range. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, I know I had sent an email to you alluding to work things about ladies in the trade, so glad to hear that a student, you know, a young lady student is inquiring, you know, about the trades.
Yeah, I mean, geez, I got a 14-year-old 8th grade son, and I tell him every day, I'm like, yeah, college is good. Go to college, take advantage of your education, being a tribal member, and the tribe paying for that. But don't look past the trades. I mean, HVAC, electrical, plumbing, they're in high demand, high need, and they make a really good wage as well. So.
Yeah, I always see those memes on social media where they say support the trades as much as you do higher education. So if any of you are listening here, your advocate Matt Tate for the trades is here.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a lot of conversations, obviously, in my position with students about future planning and career goals. And I mean, basically, I tell them, whatever you choose to do, choose something you like to do. And if you like to be a burger flipper at McDonald's, then be the best burger flipper there is, as long as you're happy. So I didn't get that kind of consultation or guidance of going through school. It was 100% push to college, which I'm not regretting that decision. But at that time, there was this huge focus on kids going to 2-year, 4-year university, getting a professional degree, where I think the tides have changed a little bit. So that's my advice to kids. Find something you love, find a passion. So when you go to work, you don't really have to feel like you're going to work for the rest of your life.
All right, there we have it. Free gems from Matt Tate, dropping it on the broadcast. We got 1 minute and 39 seconds left of this girls matchup. Toledo Heritage Ladyhawks up handedly on Shoreline Christian, 50-24. So, you know, a little bit of break in the action. We get some gems.
With a 26-point lead, we got to find something to talk about. I mean, it's tough to call the play-by-play in a game like this. But like I said, super happy for our seniors. Go out in their last game here in Francy Sheldon in regular season. I would think we'd be here hosting a playoff game, either as the number 1 or number 2 seed. I think we'd get a chance to host something. Oh, Lily Jefferson comes out of the gate on fire. As she's smiling, she's a great kid. Like, she, no malice intent there.
She got excited. She wanted to lay up on that one.
Got excited. Get that basketball and go score. So
yeah,
definitely her mentality there.
Yeah, I like it. Obviously, she picked her up as soon as she fouled her. So, like you said, no malice attempt, just looking to make a basketball play.
So just a little bit of, before we close this thing out here, we got 1 minute and 15 seconds left. So the boys will come on after this game. The boys will come on for a 15-minute warm-up, and then we'll have 5 to 10 minutes of senior night presentations, and then another 5-minute warm-up to start. So approximately 25 minutes after the end of the girls' game will be the start of the boys' game. I think the time right now is 6:56, so I would say probably 7:30-ish start for our Toledo Hawks boys game. We see an interception, a steal there by Kendra, and then a long pass goes out of bounds. 35 seconds left.
Yeah, so girls obviously trying to close out the game in fashion, get a breakaway layup, but, you know, nonetheless, they're up big, trying to close out their senior night. We had Terriana rolling from 3, obviously extended that lead even more. Able to just really, really add some fire to the offense for the girls tonight.
So did you figure out who you're going to call up for player of the game or interview after this?
I'd say with the senior night, we've had Terriana. She's rolling tonight. So I believe we will have her come to the booth.
Oh, Isabel there with a nice
layup there for Isabel. Everything going for the Lady Hawks as they close it out.
All right, a real comfortable win, 52-24 for our Lady Hawks. Like we just mentioned previously, we got about 25 minutes, so I'd say realistically 7:25 for a boys start time. If you want to watch some senior night stuff, jump on about 7:15 or so. Looks like we're going to have Terriana McLean up here. I'm going to vacate my spot and give it up to Terriana for a little post-game interview. As always, a pleasure. We'll see you back in 25 minutes, 25 minutes.
Great job to Matt Tate as he transfers out, and we will get a student athlete. And we're going to do it a little differently tonight. We have a live mic, so Terriana coming to the booth. All I have Terriana McLean. So before we start, Terriana, Mike, you'll be speaking into the one you're holding in your hand. So great job tonight. I believe you had 3 threes in the second half alone. You guys were able to handily beat Shoreline Christian. Was there any added pressure at being senior night?
Just not everybody here, not so much like the other players, but just everybody that was here. Like my family, that's all watching and stuff. But other than that, not really.
Yeah, there were some great fat heads of you and your sister in the crowd. I would say I love it. Shout out to your family. One more good question. So you guys are really close to Lummi coming down the stretch. How are you guys feeling about that matchup to close out the end of the regular season?
I'm excited to see, friends and cousins. It's gonna be fun.
Awesome, awesome. Any thoughts closing out the season, going into districts? What can we expect?
Some wins and losses.
All right, nothing more we can ask for. I hope you guys go into that first game, get a dub going into districts. Congratulations, great job tonight on your senior night. Way to shoot the ball.
Thank you.
There we have it. So in about 20 minutes, we will have the boys game matchup here at the Francy Sheldon gym as they have a matchup against Shoreline Christian.
with no further ado, once again, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, relatives, visitors, this evening here is our senior night for Tulalip Heritage High School. As you heard earlier, we paid homage to all of our ladies. If you're just now getting here, I would like to announce the ladies one more time just to give them the shout out. Our seniors for the ladies were Vanessa Cortez, Terriana McLean, Kendra McLean, and Abby, our manager for the team. So with no further ado, it gives me the great pleasure and honor here to introduce our seniors for the boys, the young men. This young man wears jersey number 3, your team captain, Chano Guzman. Chano will be accompanied out there on the middle of the court. Parents are Chano Guzman Sr., Lacey Rogers. Shout out to grandparents Ponciano and Sherry Guzman. Friends, family, we're going to take center court, or are we going against the wall? Ladies and gentlemen, I know you can do better than that. Big round of applause for Chano Guzman. This young man here as well, he wears jersey number 25, Damon Pablo. Damon is going to be accompanied by his parents, Eddie Pablo and Sage Sandsaver. Shout out to grandparents Lori Parks and the late great Eddie Pablo Sr. Some of the highlights here that we have for Damon, he was also on the Tulalip Heritage Hawks golf team. Over there against the wall so we can get pictures. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, another big round of applause for Damon Pablo, number 25. Here we go. One more senior here by the last name of a Pablo. Wears number 30, but he's not suited up tonight due to a mishap there. So, Lincoln Pablo, your time to shine. Parents, we have listed Marcy Scott, siblings, McKaylee Pablo, Ruth Pablo, and Aaron Pablo. Aunties and uncles, Dan Pablo, Corey Pablo, Kelsey Pablo, Sammy Pablo. Grandparents, Snooks and Shelly Yant. Another information here for Lincoln. He played football and was also the captain of the Tulalip Heritage Hawks golf team. Big round of applause for Lincoln. This young man right here can be seen rocking the court wearing jersey number 12, Adrian Showtime Jefferson. Parents are Shawnee Sheldon, Jeff Monsiger, and Anthony Jefferson. Grandparents, Tony Sheldon and Fred Jefferson. Adrian also played football for the Tulalip Heritage Hawks and shined on the football field as well. Big round of applause for Adrian Jefferson. And this one right here wears number 21, and he goes by the name of Hazen Shopbell. Big round of applause. Parents, Hazen and Tia Shopbell, Marin and Anthony Dixon. Grandparents, Rocky and the late great Peggy Shopbell, Lynn Walker, Jim Armstrong, Eric Andrews, and Karen Anderson. Hazen also played football for the Tulalip Heritage Hawks. Good job there. Big round of applause once again for Hazen Shopbell. Good job, Toshka. And our last senior that I have here in the pamphlet, we're going to call out number 31. And a birthday boy, Apollo Lewis Freiberg. Parents are Roselle Freiberg and Apollo Lewis. Also, Tim Green listed there. Grandparents, Ray and Cheryl Freiberg, Bonnie and Jerry Manise. Apollo also was on the Tulalip Heritage Hawks football team. He also participated in wrestling and track. Another big round of applause for Apollo Lewis Freiberg. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Apollo. Happy birthday to you. All right, big shout out to all of our seniors. We can't forget our super senior, Alan Ace Enoch, super senior. We're gonna put 5 minutes on there. And we didn't have names, but a big shout out, round of applause to all of our seniors from our visiting team here, from the Shoreline Christian School Chargers. Big shout out once again to all of your seniors. You got less than 5 minutes to get any snacks or drinks and take your seat before we get down to business.
special play.
Gets another outlet pass to Adriel. The shaking big left to right crossover and gets a layup on the right-hand side. And Terriana gets a block. Chano with some pressure. Willing passer. Kellen. Smooth jumper there.
Kendra says no way.
Hospital Hill, everyone. Again, welcome to the Francy Sheldon Gym as we are here for our boys matchup tonight. Tulip Heritage Hawks face Shoreline Christian, and I'm joined again with Matt Tate.
Good evening, everybody. Once again, great to celebrate senior night here for our boys with our 6 seniors. Just to run down the list: Ponciano Chano Guzman, Adrian Jefferson, AJ Jefferson, Hazen Shotbell, Damon Pablo, Lincoln Pablo, and Paulo Lewis Freiberg. We had a great ceremony to celebrate them, and man, there was just a lot of family out there, which is great to see. So really a special night for our boys as they celebrate senior night. I anticipate that we'll see 5 out of those 6 starting. Obviously, Lincoln is hurt in a walking boot with a foot ankle injury, so all 5 seniors starting, which would be special as we go into the intro.
As we have Tony Bluehorse taking us in on the PA for the flag song.
Once again, as you join us here on senior night for the Tulip Heritage Hawks. Thank you there, Sam. We're going to begin here by introducing all of our starters, beginning with Shoreline Christian School Chargers.
Intro to the lineup, and then
by
I don't know
their
if he'll
head
do the
coach,
flag song
Mr.
again
Adam Halter.
or not, but we will wait and see.
Starting for you,
It's his world right now.
number
We're just living in it.
10, Isaiah Zabel. Number 20, Daniel Abraham. Number 5, Tristan Rosler. Number 1, Jensen Pierre. Number 0, Jaden Culver. Those are your starters for the Shoreline Chargers. And with no further ado, Hawks fans, you know what to do. You know what time it is. We're going to get loud and we're going to get proud as we introduce our starters here for the Tulip Heritage Hawks. Starting for you, led by their head coach, Mr. Sean Sanchi. Number 3, Chano Guzman. Starting for you, number 12, Adrian Jefferson. Starter number 21, Hazen Chappelle. Number 25, Damon Pablo. Last but not least, your birthday boy, number 31, Apollo Lewis Freiberg. Once again, as we did earlier there, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask you all to please rise. At this time, we're going to render a song to honor our Stars and Stripes as we remember our veterans, all veterans, native, non-native. This song here, please rise. Once again, remove your hats. And bear with me while I sing this song. You may be seated. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So once again,
Uncle Ray, Hank, all once again, native, non-native. Thank you to our referees. I don't have you. I remember Marvin and Tim.
so shout out again to Tony Bluehorse for introducing our game in an indigenous way with that flag song.
And it's also a little crowd audience participation. My name is shot bell on the other side of the court echoing in, which is kind of a special thing to see as well. So always good to have indigenous roots be shown here and bring that in a good way.
Yeah, a lot of great family support to intro tonight's matchup for Tulalip as they win the tip. Chano facilitating the offense, gives it to Hazen. Hazen for a nice mid-range jumper. And Heritage employing that full court press. And an easy steal there by AJ. AJ with a pump and pass. And a backside layup to Apollo just comes out. Shoreline Christian able to break that press.
Nice block there by A.J. Jefferson. Rebound by Damon Pablo. Quickly outlets to Chano Guzman. Coming back down the court this way.
3 ball for Hazen. He takes his time. Then a rebound there by Chano. Swing pass to Hazen for a second chance opportunity. 3. And it's good. So Heritage jumping out to a 5-0 lead.
Good hands there by Damon to get the tip. Just upset the offense just enough to cause Shoreline to come out in their set there.
Aggressive take there by number 0, Jaden Culver for Shoreline Christian. Off though, so Heritage with the rebound, bringing it down on the other end. So each team getting a couple fill-out possessions here, running some offense. Crowd calling for Apollo to shoot that 3. He's wide open, but, you know, just trying to run some offense.
Yeah, definitely a lot of patience shown there. Apollo had an open shot, but looking to run the offense, get through some stuff, kind of find their groove a little bit.
So Chano gets a foul call there. Floater for Chano. Hazen able to get the rebound. And Chano for 3. Just over the hands of the Shoreline Christian player as they got the rebound. So Heritage able to get a turnover there. Oh, but AJ nearly loses it, gets it to Chano. Apollo with the step away floater. Great defense there by AJ.
And great basketball play there. AJ had the whereabouts to throw the ball off the opposing player to keep the possession here for Tulalip Heritage. So going back the other way, looking a little bit scattered right now. You know, obviously 5 seniors on the floor, adrenaline's probably flowing pretty good, but really like to see us settle down. And as you see, Chano with the nice Euro step just off the mark.
Yeah, he got to the bucket. $100 move, $5 finish there. You see a step through Euro, just wasn't able to finish. So couldn't extend that lead for Heritage.
$100 move, $5 finish.
Add that one to your notebook, Matt.
I will add that to my one-liner book.
That's for your son when you're coaching him out there.
Yeah, my son's lucky if he's got a $5 move and a $1 finish.
Oh, step through for Shoreline Christian's number 20, Daniel Abram. And I know I said last game I wouldn't talk about the shoes, but I like his Ja Morants too. Those are the zombies. I really like those.
JJ or who? Or
Daniel Abram for Shoreline Christian. Some sweet kicks. And then Shoreline Christian with another layup. 3-point for Takala. Off the mark, and then Daniel Abram able to wrestle the rebound.
Hazen shot ball all over that ball right there. Maybe a foul call. You see Abram shake his hand a little bit. There might have been a little bit of contact as Coach Sean calls a 30-second timeout. I would imagine probably going to say the same thing that we just talked about is settle down, get in your game, play your groove. You know, now we have our traditional starting 5 out there. Coach Sean giving the seniors a chance to start with our lineup there. Chano Guzman, number 3. AJ Jefferson, number 12. Takala Black Tomahawk, number 13. James Jr. Jones, number 14. Jalen JJ Gray, number 20. Hazen Shotbell, number 21. Lennox Long, number 22. Amari Hatch, number 23. Damon Pablo, a senior, number 25. Lincoln Pablo, unsuited tonight with a foot injury, number 30. And Apollo Lewis Freiberg, number 31, rounds out the lineup for the Tulalip Heritage Hawks.
Yeah, so you said there will be a rotation. We have Amari Hatch coming into the game and JJ Gray coming in to play some point guard as well. Yeah, I think Sean's obvious emphasis is there is even though you're playing that press, you know, getting the game to have that fast tempo, you still want to settle in when you come down on the offensive end and get the best shot.
Yeah, most definitely control the tempo and don't get in a hurry, right? Like if you have the ball on offense, be cool and collected, and then on the defensive fly around to really create havoc. As we see, Damon Pablo is going to be his second foul on number 5 from Shoreline Christian. That would be Tristan Rosler. Goes to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, and that's a tough one where he wants him to put his hands straight up. He kind of got his hands down, got called for a foul. So Shoreline Christian able to tie it up with a first free throw.
Yeah, you made mention to put that in my one-liner book to talk to my son about that. He's traditionally a wrestler, played basketball last year and this year, and so having fun with it, but he's not going to be a basketball player in high school.
Well, then your line will be $100 shoot, $5 takedown if he doesn't finish.
Exactly, exactly.
And a little bit of wrestling.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking about wrestling last time on the broadcast in districts and getting over there to get a wrestling match in under our belt.
JJ off the mark for the layup. Active hands there. Damon nearly caused a turnover. So Hawks looking to just get something going on offense.
Yeah, I think honestly they're a little bit shocked with the way the scoreboard looks. There's kind of a lid on the bucket on the offensive end for them. They've gotten multiple shots up, but just can't get stuff to fall. So Amari Hatch there with a fast break and a lay-in. Great pass by Hazen Shotbell. Get the ball up the court as they settle into.
Yeah, and
looks
they're in
like
that
a
press.
2-2-1 press. They went from a diamond and 1 to a 2-2-1. A little bit of confusion there by Hazen, but they found their spots. So
a rip there by JJ.
Unselfish by JJ, but it gets called for the travel. I don't know if it was necessarily
So we get a
travel.
rip there.
And you hear this fans calling for a little bit of a trip kick, intentional action there. Steam from frustration by number 20.
Yeah, we saw a leg swing there. Obviously it's up to the refs to call that, but we get the privilege of seeing it on the monitor. So that's a tough no call for Heritage. We get a little bit of an outcry from the fans and coaches and folks in attendance. Leads to a turnover, obviously, so some more frustration there right after.
Oh, looks like we got some blood on on Amari Hatch from somebody. There's also a little bit of blood on his jersey. I don't know if they caught that on the backside.
So we got, as Matt's trying to listen in, I think we have a ref signaling for Amari. He's going to probably have to take off that Under Armour shirt and have to go just with the jersey because it's got blood, but the jersey's got blood too. So I think ref's motioning for him. He's going to have to get a jersey. It'll be a second for him to come back in the game.
Well, and this is something you don't often think about. You know, when you're ordering jerseys, always have an extra spare in the bag. We call it a blood jersey back in, my coaching days. And I'm always going to have to go to the locker room. Obviously, a little bit frustrated about that. High school boys will take their shirt off anywhere, but it's against WIA rules to remove any part of a uniform on the playing surface. So hopefully they can find him a jersey because he is a very important part of this Tulalip Heritage Hawks team. So
great point of emphasis.
Stay tuned.
There. Great point of that's a new thing. I didn't know that, or a new thing I learned, I should say. Is that a utility fact?
Yeah, that's one of those useful facts that we all know, right?
So as we see, Shoreline Christian swinging it around, but a steal there for Hazen. Being patient, swings it around. Chano for 3 in the corner.
Speaking of shoes, I think Chano got a new pair of shoes for senior night.
Yeah, those are some
like
nice
those.
LaMelo Ball shoes. AJ feeds it to Hazen. Oh, not able to complete the pass though. And it leads to a layup for Shoreline Christian. A little too unselfish right there. I was hoping he maybe would have kept it.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Chano showing his great ball handling skills, takes it in, and that's the second or third floater of Chano. And usually those go in for him, just off the mark. Hazen does a great job of getting in position, trying to draw the offensive foul.
No call there, so Tulalip able to get the rebound. Baseline feed to Damon Pablo for a layup.
That's one of Chano's strengths in the game. Able to draw multiple defenders and then find the open guy with his characteristic no-look pass. So great job by Chano being a great point guard that he is.
As we see on the replay monitor, we get a rip there by Hazen. And he finds Chano right there in the corner for 3, a couple possessions back. So Heritage just really looking to extend that lead, having some success on defense. Turns it over as he had a missed dribble.
I think this is more how the score was supposed to go for the Hawks. Up to a 4-point lead, cut down to a 2-point lead. Because they got to stop and play. Looked like they're doing a blood check. Skin check, blood check here. Looking for where the blood is coming from. That we talked about sending Amari into the locker room for a new jersey.
Yeah, we had some blood on Amari's jersey. We're not sure where it came from, so obviously refs got to check everybody if they come on to the court, or keep an eye out for it, I should say. High post with that handoff to Takala for a nice mid-range.
Yeah, Takala's a kid that he works every day in the gym with Coach Walker here, really trying to settle in and define his shooting style. As he comes off the high post there, gets it right at the top of the key. Nice up and high release. I know that's been a point of emphasis, that high release for Takala. Elevate his shot, shoot with his legs. So good to see him putting it to use in the game.
Yeah, and that's a nice offensive set I've got to watch here throughout the course of the season. That high dribble handoff that usually gets a free look for Heritage. Adrian trying to get an offensive foul call. Not able to, but a good contest there by Hazen.
Yeah, great rebound down there. See Takala for a long 3, in and out, just rattles off the rim. But great looking shot nonetheless.
And then Heritage, Damon Pablo called for a foul there down low. Strong box out.
That might be 3 on him.
Yeah, that's not a foul you'd like to see, obviously.
Getting our information from our resident statistician, and that's just 2 fouls on Damon Pablo. So still 2 fouls in the first quarter. Got to clean up the game a little bit.
Coach Sean showing some trust, obviously has him playing. And we get a foul call there on Chano as he used on-ball defender on number 0. And Jaden Culver going to the free throw line.
As we also see JJ Gray exit to the locker room with a jersey in hand. I don't know if he's taking that to Amari or, but I haven't seen Amari step back in the gym yet. So, breaking action. Chano's talking to Coach Sean there. Do those shoes come in like? Are that 2 separate pairs of shoes that he bought and then he just wears them alternatively? Or do they come in a multicolored box, like a box of crayons?
That's a good question. I believe they come like that. So you get 2 different colored shoes, but they're from the same pair. And then you obviously get the multiple colored laces, I believe. I like those. I kind of want those, but a little bit too bright. Oh.
Nice crossover there by Chano with the floater.
It works for the flair of his game, though.
Yeah.
With the $100 move, $100 finish on that floater for Chano. And then
Nice
Heritage.
Backside help defense there with AJ coming in with the steal. Immediately running to the other end of the court. Hazen has an open look, passes it up. Chano drives, gets fouled from behind on the pass. It'll be a ball on the baseline for the Heritage Hawks.
As we see a crossover. Shift in number 1 on Shoreline Christian, then a hezzy. He's crying for help, but it's not there for a finish.
Yeah, you know, that's characteristic. Chano makes those shots, I would say 9 times out of 10, but that's the first out of 3 or 4 that's fallen for him tonight. So hopefully that's the beginning of something fun for him tonight.
3 there at the end of the quarter for Chano, no good. So Heritage going into the second quarter up 16 on Shoreline Christian, 11. So as we get a break going into the second quarter, what's your analysis for Heritage for them to be successful the rest of this game?
Well, I know we talked early in this quarter. They were kind of playing frantically both on the defensive and the offensive end. And I love the defensive intensity and energy. They're real strong when they press, but just on the offensive, they got to settle down, which we saw later on in the first quarter. They were running some sets. You know, you talk about that handoff at the elbow there creates space for Takala to knock down a shot. Basically just be patient, play within yourself, and control the tempo of the game and disrupt their tempo on the defensive end, which we're very capable of doing. We do really, really well.
I agree. And as we see on the monitor, we got scoring leader Hazen Shotbell with 5 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds.
Chano's also in there as I get stats handed to me. 5 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound for Chano Guzman. So 2 seniors stepping up for them, for their teammates here on senior night.
Yeah, so great start here for Toledo Heritage Hawks. Obviously, you would like them to keep up the defensive pressure and hopefully roll away with the larger lead going into half.
They can win each quarter by 5 points. That's a 20-point win, and we'll take that all day long, right?
As they're gearing up to get ready for districts as well.
I see Amari Hatch and JJ Gray back in the game. More of our traditional starting lineup here, which this lineup is a lot of fun to watch with their speed and athleticism. You know, as you see Chano get right into the offensive player there. Lots of contact with no foul called.
Yeah, you give up a little bit of size, but you get a lot of speed. As you see there, early layup attempt for JJ, obviously a little bit wild.
Yeah, great crash on the boards by Takala there, and then gets the outlet pass to Chano, gets blocked out of bounds on the baseline. So.
Yeah, I think on that one, JJ, he was, second guessing if he was going to get a clear look on the first side of the rim, and then double pumps and misses it. So we'll see if they can get this one back and get a couple points here on this possession.
It's funny, we were talking about the mellow Grinches, multicolored, and my daughter sends me a text, and they are drippy, which means she must like them too. So
there we go.
I better start saving my pennies because she's gonna want a pair of those. I guess.
Matt's daughter approves. I love it. See, she's getting into our bit on the reel, on our broadcast. She's agreeing.
Nice crossover there by Amari. Left-handed layup. That's a special basketball play there.
Yeah, nice step through. Gets a layup. able to break down the defense when nothing's created for Heritage on the offensive end. As we see Heritage in a man matchup, deep three. JJ gets the rebound, getting it on the run. Chano underneath, swings it to Amari. To the corner for Takala, and it's good.
And Takala does a great job there, getting his feet set, elevating. We got a stop and play call there.
So we get a 3.
Technical foul. I did not see the play there. Maybe we can get a little bit of a replay.
Yeah, I believe we're getting a technical foul called on Chano. So we see 3 goes up. A little bit of inadvertent contact, I'm not sure, but he kind of sees it. Ref right there in the beeline of the ref's eyes. You know, that's not, you gotta be obviously more conservative for your team.
I was not looking at the replay. My apologies. I was watching the action on the court in front of us as there's a discussion between Coach Sean and one of the officials.
So both pairs of free throws knocked down by Jaden Culver for Shoreline Christian, gives them 15 points with Tulip Heritage up 21.
I got all kinds of family members watching the broadcast tonight. Listen, I'm getting all kinds of text messages. Grandpa's in Arizona with my mom. They're watching. Daughter's in Kashmir, Washington. They're watching. Hence the drippy shoes comment.
I love it. I love it. Ask her what you weren't on the broadcast on the last one. Ask her if she likes the reverse Grinch Kobe's. There was about 3 girls on Tohola that had the reverse Grinch Kobe's, and they had N7 jerseys. So note from the last broadcast.
Oh wow, I missed out. Tohola repping style points for Tohola.
We get a travel call there by, I believe, Takala. And then Matt will segue to that question to his daughter, hopefully. So trap there working for Heritage. Crowd erupting, they're loving it. So turnover there by Shoreline Christian. And I'm gonna say it one more time while we're on the broadcast. Doesn't hurt to ask. Can we get an N7 sponsorship, Nike, if you ever watch this?
Oh, N7 Nike sponsorship would be legit for our boys and girls, our entire athletic department, right?
We're a travel school.
That'd be volleyball, football, basketball, and they probably make some sweet N7 polos for the golf team too, huh?
Yes, yes. Doesn't hurt to ask. With a nice inbounds drawn up for Hazen, unable to finish. And then outlet pass. So great defense there by AJ, leads to a rebound and a layup attempt by Amari.
Lots of uncalled contact right now, and you know, part of me feels like the officials need to start calling some of those things. Only 1 foul in this quarter, but if we don't get the game under control, it's gonna get out of control in a hurry.
Yeah, and you would hate to see, obviously, a bad foul call, you know, that results in, or you get a little bit of a travel. You get some luck.
Yeah, you know, it's good to see the refs and the officials come together to make sure they make the right call. What did you see? This is what I saw. Did you see a foul? No foul. Obviously, next call there is a travel. Shoreline Christian coach is in the officials' ear as well. Calling for a timeout, which I saw him call for a timeout, but it was never awarded one. So
rebound there by Takala.
That's the second out of third possession row. Takala's done a great job of crashing the boards. Not characteristically a guy that likes to find contact underneath, so I like to see that out of him tonight.
Long pass intercepted by AJ. Amari with the possession. Surveying the floor, sees JJ on the opposite side. Hazen with a baseline jumper.
AJ with the steal there. Gets the ball back from JJ. Shot from Amari. Just short.
This is a frantic pace, Coach.
I told you, we got to slow it down and play our game, run our stuff. See Amari Hatch signaling for a little help coming off the floor there. So stopping the action, reverse Grinch Kobe's to my daughter, yay or nay. She says nay, they are not my favorite. So.
Oh! So non-approval from Matt Tate's daughter. It's okay though, it's okay. They were some awesome shoes. That was like, that reminded me of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire telephone line home, or phone a friend.
Phone
right?
a friend, yep, phone a friend,
There
definitely.
we go.
Out there, Shoreline Christian with a deep 3, number 0 just off the mark. That is Jaden Culver, senior. Shoreline Christian ball on the baseline.
So Heritage being pretty successful, obviously ramping up the pace, getting some turnovers, but kind of lack of quality shots on the offensive end, would you say so far?
I don't know if it's a lack of quality shots, more or less a lack of finding the bottom of the net, as we see Jaden Culver come in there with a 15-footer. Yeah, it's really, I mean, I don't think a lack of quality shots. I think it's just our shots aren't falling. You know, if you look at a JJ with a little shake, step back 3, that's not a bad shot, but just doesn't go in the hole, which is, the shots aren't falling.
For 3 for Takala. Hazen able to pull in that rebound. Takala with the mid-range, unable to find the bottom of the net, as you said.
As you see Shoreline Christian getting out, they're releasing one guy. That's about the 3rd or 4th time we've seen them release that one guy and make that long pass. Trying to compete with the up-pace tempo of the Heritage Hawks, which that could be a challenge for these guys over the long run. I don't know if they're necessarily used to playing that up-tempo style of basketball, which is characteristically our style of basketball here. So could be a good thing for us as we're sitting on a 5-point lead. There's going to be 2 shots at the line for number 1.
Yeah, I think obviously when we've done some post-game interviews, the boys love to play fast, and it's about who's going to get tired first. I had JD in the booth, and he says that's what Coach Sean preaches, is obviously they want to get out and run, let the horses run free. So for Shoreline Christian, it's going to be, are you in shape? Are you ready to run tonight? You know, they obviously have a little bit of a bigger size matchup, but that doesn't equate to stamina and speed.
Yeah, you know, number 0, Jaden Colliver, and Daniel Abram have stayed on the court pretty much the whole first half, and that's where they're going to have to dig deep in the 4th quarter if they want to keep up with this tempo. That would not be a shot that I would consider a good shot. Kind of a 4th shot attempt there by Hazen Shotbell.
See, you see Coach Sean calling for a timeout. He doesn't get it. And the only reason, yeah, that's why, see, as Coach Sean is calling for that timeout, that's why I said, are we sure if they're bad shots? Not necessarily that they're bad-looking shots, but, you know, being patient, obviously getting the best look at the rim, you know, maybe trying to run some offense. You haven't found a couple buckets in the transition, so slow it down, try to get something easy, uncontested. That's just what I meant by that. As Coach Sean calls a timeout, maybe going to get them dialed in.
Yeah, I totally agree with that analysis. You know, we're not finding the bottom of the net in transition, so change up the pace a little bit, slow it down, run through your offense, find a high-quality shot. You know, I really like that elbow shot on that elbow handoff play, almost like a UCLA cut to a elbow handoff, which can also turn in that high post guy can turn and shoot or dump. So I definitely agree with that, and I hope maybe Coach Sean is really reiterating that. He's on the whiteboard there, drawing up where guys are supposed to be. So.
And I heard a voice. I'm not sure if it was his, but there was a transition play where one of the players is on the baseline. He's yelling, "Pull it out!" Right? You want to get a offensive play in, and then there was a jumper. So kind of that, you know, where maybe you're not getting your offense. I'm not sure if it was him, but it sounded like it was coming from him. And so we'll see how they transition with 3 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
So sitting that diamond in 1 press, which is really, you know, Takala back there kind of playing center field. Shoreline breaks the press easily and gets into a half-court set. Sorry, Junior Jones steps up and gets called for the reach.
Yeah, and we get a little bit of an outburst by the fans. You know, they're wanting it called both ways.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really hard for the fans to look up at the scoreboard and see 4 fouls to nothing in the second quarter. It's an equally physical game by both teams, and when the foul count is different, it makes it hard for the fans to accept.
So Takala coming down. Swings it out to Hazen for 3. Short. And it's tipped out, but Heritage forcing a retain of the possession.
Yeah, good job by Hazen following a shot, making the defender really work to box him out, ends up tipping the ball out of bounds so we can retain possession.
So Hazen underneath the bucket. Oh, not able to maintain balance. He was open, just wasn't able to maintain balance, and then there is a jump ball called, I believe.
Yeah, you know, and I think there was a little bit of contact there. Hazen kind of knocked off balance with, again, a no call on Shoreline.
Nice inbounds play drawn up for JJ. He knocks down a 3.
I believe they call that Seattle. I really like that inbounds play. It's one of my personal favorites. You know, a real traditional inbounder, passes the ball to the guy breaking out. He steps in, gets a screen on the baseline for a nice 3-point, as you see on the replay there.
Don't forget about the inbounder, right? That's what they yelled.
Yep.
Can't lose the inbounder. So JJ able to knock down a 3 on that. Highly contested layup there by Heritage as they get a rebound coming down. Coach Sean asking for an offensive set. AJ in the corner. Off the mark.
That is a carry, uncalled.
Yeah, that was a hard one to miss. I know we're supposed to.
I'm not supposed to critique the refs.
yeah, but that was a hard one to miss. So, you know, you hear coaches, players calling for it. Shoreline Christian lucky they'll get it back.
That's because I got a handheld mic tonight and I forget it's hot all the time.
Nearly a corner 3 for Shoreline. Oh, second chance layup, no good for them. JJ trying to get a steal.
We got Shoreline Christian coach calling for a timeout. Nobody giving him any acknowledgement there as he slams his hands on the floor. Obviously frustrated with the officials.
Yeah, as we see a lot of bodies flying in there trying to tip the ball away. It's a pretty scrappy game. You know, pace obviously not what Shoreline Christian might be used to, so coach just begging for something from the refs.
A fairly close game, 26-19 with just over a minute to play here in the second quarter. Long 3 from the corner. Shoreline Christian retains possession.
Hawks in that 2-3, just trying to minimize passes inside.
The Shoreline Christian coach called for a timeout about 6 times. I got a headset on. It muffles the sound and I could hear it. The official's standing about 6 feet in front of me. Really focused on their job, I guess.
Yeah, we got a lot of sound going on here. We got DJ music playing, Too Short. We got fans yelling, you know, players flying around. It's hard, but, you know, coach is fighting for his offensive call. Or, I mean, I should say offensive timeout.
Yeah, definitely a live atmosphere. You know, the DJ, like you said, in the corner. And it's a loud gym. Like, it's just a loud gym. Not a very big gym. We find a way to pack the house on a regular basis. And needless to say, very passionate about the game of basketball in our community. So
that's one where, hey, sometimes as a coach, you got to come out the box. You just got to get on the floor, you know, get the refs' attention. Come out the box, get your timeout.
So maybe I'll go catch him at halftime and say, every time you say timeout, take 2 steps closer.
I mean, I'm not going to advocate for breaking the rules, but, hey, we got to do it in football sometimes. You know, ref can't hear you. You're begging for a timeout. Clock's running. You got to get a timeout, right? So nonetheless, they get a timeout, get an offensive set going. Jaden Covert driving to the bucket around 3 defenders, gets stripped.
Oh, no look pass. James is just a little bit deep as the players are laughing. AJ's covering his head. He's like, hey, I was open in the corner. But nice. That was a nice no look pass by JJ.
He tried the Kobe over the hoop. Heritage flying around. Turnover there by JJ.
Oh, and a hard foul, almost what I would consider a flagrant.
And then we get
they did call a flagrant foul, as you see the crossed arms. JJ, nice tip, steal, takes his time, and just nothing but body there.
Yeah, hammers him late to the ball.
No real effort to go after the ball there, which is a dangerous play, you know, and we got to keep players safe, obviously. I believe I saw a flagrant foul as the officials are having a conversation.
I saw him signaling for it. The one thing I will say, too, the one thing you don't want to see, JJ already broke a bone in his foot, I believe, or had, you know, for some time it was speculated. So you don't want to see him get hurt. So obviously they're going to clear the box, and JJ will get to shoot a pair of free throws.
As we watch JJ shoot his free throws from the phone a friend line, text message, I think they're the Rick and Morty's, not Grinches.
There we go.
Rick and Morty's?
Rick and Morty's for LaMelos, yeah, for the LaMelos.
LaMelo, Rick and Morty's?
Yes.
I don't know, you guys are a whole different level.
Reverse Grinches are the Kobe's. Reverse Grinches are the Kobe's. It's where the Grinches are the green with different colored laces. The reverse Grinches are the red with the green laces for the Kobe's. A little bit of sneaker knowledge there for you today. It's the non-useful information.
Do you see what I'm wearing? I wear Hey Dudes 90% of the time. In fact, I just ordered myself a pair of Hey Dude boots, waterproof for all this wet weather we've been having.
Yes, sir. It's out of season. You get a little bit of a good price, right?
Oh no, they were $100.
Oh, okay, never mind. Easy layup there for Amari.
Yeah, as the Hawks pull away to a 10-point lead. AJ contests the lay-in, rebound to Chano. Comes out quick, looking to score. No look pass to Takala, just off the mark. Ball tapped away by Amari. JJ tapped away, back the other way.
Frantic pace there, track
wow.
meet pace.
Track meet back and forth, like a ping pong ball back and forth almost.
So Heritage Hawks up 29-19 on Shoreline Christian, up 10. What would you like to see closing it out going into the second half?
Well, as I talked about in the first quarter, just really controlling the pace of the game is what we need to focus on. Calming down, settle in, you know, taking advantage of the fast break when it's there, but not forcing the shot at the other end if you don't have a good shot. James Jr. example, don't force that shot. We've seen a couple other guys drive to the hoop. Run your offense, get your set going. Defensively, I love our intensity. I love the speed, the quickness, but we really got to control the tempo coming out here in the third quarter. But 10 points, so it's 5 points ahead in the first quarter, 5 points ahead in the second quarter. If we can keep this, I don't really know if Shoreline Christian can keep this pace of play up. I don't know what they play traditionally, but they got to have some players that have really good condition and keep this pace of play up, because this is what we're used to playing. So
I agree, and that'll conclude our first half matchup. We'll be back in just under 10 minutes. Welcome back, welcome back. We are live for the second half matchup of Tulalip Heritage Hawks against Shoreline Christian. Tulalip Heritage Hawks boys are up 29-19 against Shoreline Christian. So for the viewers who are just tuning in, what have we seen so far, Matt?
A lot of first half back and forth, kind of a track meet style game. Really questioning whether or not Shoreline Christian can keep up this tempo for the entire game. Obviously, most of our viewers that are fans understand and know that that's our style of basketball. We play a fast, aggressive defense, a lot of quick kids, and then we like to run and gun a little bit on the offensive end. As we said at the end of the first half in our breakdown, I would like to see our guys, if they're not getting buckets in easy buckets in transition, back the ball out, run a set, really control the tempo and control the time of possession there. So excited for the second half. Up by 10 is a good place to be at halftime, and we'll see where the second half leads us.
Yeah, great breakdown and analysis there by Matt. Heritage so far so good, successful running this up-tempo game that has slowed down Shoreline Christian. Shoreline Christian, I believe, they had a couple matchups last year where Jaden Culver, number 0, was really successful scoring the basket, had a lot closer of a game, but so far too much to handle with this different Hawks roster. And then we get a turnover there and a foul for Heritage Hawks.
Yeah, Turner does a great job of anticipating that pass, getting in the passing lane, and without that foul, he's destined for a lane. Obviously, we know he's really quick with or without the ball. So foul called. You see a full court press that Shoreline's coming in.
Yeah, able to get the ball back, maybe try to create something for a first bucket of this half. A 3 there for JJ. Follows his rebound. Gets a hezzy and go. And an easy layup attempt, swipe, threw a shot off. Chano able to get a scrappy layup there. No good though, off the mark. Hazen finds Damon under the hoop, but he's blocked. Shoreline Christian gets a layup attempt of their own, but that's contested and it's no good, so neither team able to score here.
As you watch that matchup down low on the block with Damon and Culver, getting a little bit physical. Damon's got to be careful not to extend his arm too much there. Get called for an offensive.
Looking for a little bit of a give and go option. Swiped away though. So turnover there caused by Jaden Culver. Looking for a hezzy and go of his own. Short corner jumper, good.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I do remember the Jaden Culver name last year for Shoreline. Really a pretty good basketball player. Decent sized body, pretty athletic, moves well, not afraid to be physical. Definitely Shoreline's best player by far.
Handoff option there, taken away by Shoreline as they're able to kind of have a mid-post defender sag off, and he's trying to guard Takala. Takala with the take of his own, dishes it off to Chano. Chano to Hazen for a short corner jumper.
Chano doing what Chano does best, really doing a great job at drawing the defenders and finding the open teammate. Oftentimes draws a double team in the lane and is able to dish out.
2 defenders there able to negate the shot attempt for Shoreline Christian. Heritage able to get a rebound. Then we get a reaching foul there by number 5. So as we see there, dish by Takala, and then Chano finds Hazen for a nice, easy look underneath the hoop.
I'm going to anticipate 3-point in the corner from JJ here.
Another one of those pin down screens, as you said, on the baseline. Oh, you called it. I see it. 3-point attempt for JJ. Off the mark, though. Chano finds a rebound. Oh, up and under attempt. No good.
JJ's the shortest guy on the floor. I don't know how he ends up with that rebound, but he does it often.
He finds it. He's a quick jumper. He's athletic, believe it or not. He might be short, but he's very athletic.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doubting his athleticism. As you see there, he gets the ball up to Takala. Takala goes for a drive, goes a step around, and the defender slides over for the blocking foul. Hopefully on the shot attempt, as you see JJ get the outlet to Takala. The defender sticks his knee out there. I think they're going to call that on the ground. Heritage Hawks ball. Looking for Takala for the 3-pointer in the corner now.
Screen there for Takala. It's good.
I'm not like that smart, but I would think that you'd be able to defend that. That's the 3rd time we've ran that play and got a really good shot.
So if you're the opposing coach, what set do you call to stop that? You zone up on the inbounds?
I go man-to-man and switch the screens on the baseline. So if you switch that screen on the baseline, instead of having the guy follow him out there.
Number 20 should have switched.
I would switch that screen knowing that there's going to be that baseline down screen action and the pop out to the corner. The problem when you switch that screen, the offense can combat that by what we call slipping the screen,
To the
where
basket?
the screener actually calls, instead of screening, they flash to the basket and get the ball in front of them, quick, easy lay-in. So, I mean, you can always counter everything, back and forth. Defense tries to do this, offense runs a counter off of it. So, but initially, I would say switch the screen, or you can run a 2-3 zone, and that takes the screen out of the picture, and that baseline wing guy goes out, and it takes that whole play out of the picture. But I'm not on the bench for Shoreline Christian, and I'm not on the bench for Toledo Heritage. It's just my analysis of the game.
Good breakdown. Some would say that you might have coached a game of basketball.
Once or twice, just once or twice.
Yeah, I agree.
I made a state appearance in my first year coaching here, and not necessarily all of me. I had great assistants and a great group of guys at that time. And it's fun to coach here.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, like I came in with a very different philosophy in basketball, just from my upbringing and my style as a player. Defensive heavy, man-to-man, not a real offensive heavy player, but we were able to find some success and have a lot of fun. Which, fun fact of the day, Amari Hatch actually made that trip to Yakima with us.
Oh, Shoreline Christian player nearly scored on the wrong bucket, so Chano gets an easy look, but isn't able to finish. That threw me off for a second.
That was weird.
That threw me off. Shoreline Christian player running down on the other end, tries to score on the wrong basket. Luckily, neither team scores there. And then they get a body foul call there on JJ.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard because you were watching that. You were pretty in focus on that. But Amari Hatch actually made the trip to state back in 2010.
As a baby?
As a baby, yeah.
I
On the
did
bench.
catch that.
Yes.
I did catch that. That's awesome.
So-
Full circle moment here for the Heritage Hawks basketball program. So Amari Hatch gets to go to finals or to state with Coach Matt Tate at the helm, and then now he's playing and Coach Matt Tate's commentating.
And hopefully he gets to make another trip to state this year. That would be really cool to see these boys. You know, they're full strength. They started off early on the season with some injuries and wasn't necessarily full strength, and it's within the last couple weeks they've really found their groove as a team. And
Yeah, I'd say they're rolling. Obviously, a couple tough matchups against, you know, the likes of Lummi and maybe a few other teams, but they're able to redeem themselves. I believe they lost their first matchup against Tahola and then handled them pretty easily the other night that we broadcasted. So a lot of change here to end the season in a good way.
yeah, I think the stat was they lost to Tahola by 5 early on in the year, and then they won, you said, pretty handily by 20 or so?
Yes, they were. It wasn't close, respectfully to the other program, but it wasn't really a close game. They played that fast tempo, got them, you know, turning the ball over a lot. Were able to extend that lead, to 20 plus, I believe. And then we have a little bit of some physical play underneath the basket. Players kind of asking, you know, discussing with the ref here. So obviously still, this game though, still pretty close. You know, Shoreline Christian trying to fight to get back into it.
Yeah, 11-point lead for our Heritage Hawks. Double team there out there in the wing. Looks like we've gone to a 1-2-2 almost, maybe a soft 3-2, 2-3 defense now. It's really hard to see what we're in.
Yeah,
Back to a man.
Shoreline Christian coach was Juan in that entry pass there. Chano able to get a hand in there and deflect it.
You see they set up in a 2-3 zone. Culver to the middle, makes a nice move. Tips it over the back of Damon Pablo. Getting physical down underneath between Pablo and Culver.
Shot bell with the step through. JJ looking to intercept the pass, misses it, and then Chano called for a foul call there.
Yeah, and just Chano is fast. And the other player crossed in front of him. No real way for Chano to change direction there.
So we'll
But
see.
when you play fast, up-tempo, like in-your-face aggressive defense, you're going to get fouls called, and that's just something you're going to have to trade off as a coach and be willing to accept that.
So Amari, lineal descendant to play at Heritage, coming back into the game.
Yeah, both his mom and his dad played here, so like I say, full circle.
Hawks in what looks like, I would say, a 2-3.
Yeah, they're settling a 2-3 now.
Takala obviously sagging over, trying to deny the post. Playing ball side, right? 50-50 position, is that what you call it, Coach?
Yeah, midline position. Sag over there. The ball's on the other side of the court.
High 3 attempt there off the mark for Shoreline. Coach Sean just calling for Heritage to get into a set, maybe settle in a little bit. Amari in the corner, off the bench, and it's good. Crowd erupts. Long ball, steal there. Takala tipped it away, goes back to him for a floater. Oh.
Foul called on number 0, Dayton Culver.
Get some contact there as JJ was going for it.
JJ's probably giving up 50 pounds to Culver, so that's a losing proposition for JJ, but gets up, get ready to go. He's a player, tough kid. We've seen him hit the floor hard many of times this year. He's just a hustler. He's a kid that isn't afraid to fly around, which I really like to watch him play. He's fun to watch play. Kind of a quiet kid in school, but slowly over the course of the basketball season, we've been able to formulate a relationship and talk about hoops. That's just good kid, though. Really good kid.
Oh, 3-point attempt for Takala, wide open. Off the mark. JJ able to catch up, tip it out, and gets a rebound. Yeah, I'll say JJ's one of those young players. He comes alive in the sport, whether it's basketball or football. He comes alive. He gets real charismatic, loves to, just play sports, be an athlete. Oh.
I know he'd much rather be in the gym than be in class. I can tell you that for sure, but all I got to preach a student athlete, and he's doing a good job also in school, but you give him the choice. He's 100% going to the gym. He plays football. Interesting. I did not know he played football for you.
Yeah, he played for the Junior Hawks a couple seasons, obviously youth program. He wasn't able to play, obviously, for Heritage football this year. We'd love to have him next year. He's a quarterback prospect that we're looking to field.
Oh, that'd be fun. Expand your options with a quick, speedy QB like him for sure.
Yeah, definitely a dual threat kid, so we'll see. He's been very successful here tonight on the court.
See Culver go strong to the hoop. Approaching the 1-minute mark as JJ dribbles between the defender's leg.
I think that was unintentionally.
Yeah, it was, I think.
Good looking move, but unintentional. Swinging it away to Takala. Tries a finger roll in between the defenders. Gets it swatted away.
You can see the look on Takala's face like, what the heck just happened? A little bit of a laugh. High fives coming on the bench.
So we'll get a timeout with 50 seconds left, just under 50 seconds. Heritage up 37, Shoreline Christian 25. So as we go into the fourth, you broke it down at the half, coming back. What does Heritage got to do? Obviously keep being successful on defense. What would you like to see maybe on the offensive end?
Well, I think we're doing a good job of, slowing the game down a little bit. We've run a lot more sets and haven't been so much back and forth with turnover. We really need our layups to fall. We're missing far too many shots within the 6-foot range, which are easily makeable shots. So really, as a coach right now, you're preaching finish on the offensive end, especially those layup opportunities. And those are high percentage shots, and we're not making them look very high percentage tonight. So going into the fourth quarter, value the possession, value the ball. Defensively, keep doing what you're doing, but really value each possession, run that shot clock down, run the time off the clock, and walk out of here with a win.
I agree. Yeah, as you said, within the last maybe 30 seconds, there was probably 3 or 4 layup attempts that were off the mark. So just got to finish at the bucket. You know, stay poised. Obviously, don't give up any threes, I believe, you know, we don't want to see Jaden Culver get going here for Shoreline Christian. I think they close it out.
Yeah, definitely. You know, with Culver, Culver's shown he can play down low, he can play out on the wing. As he's the one that brings the ball up, and the ball's tipped from behind by Amari Hatch.
Yeah, and they've done a good job of just, you know, maybe making him work so much so that he has to think about everything on the offensive end. Obviously, when he gets it in the post, he's looking to do one thing, and that's just to score. We see Takala cheat over, get in the passing lane for a Euro, and it's off the mark.
I mean, that's a great basketball move by Takala, but like we were talking earlier, you need to finish that. Like, we have to finish those easy points.
Yeah, maybe on that one, you'd like to see a jump stop, go up strong, get a foul call, possibly. He gets a steal there. Looking down court to Amari. Amari catches it, secures it. Oh, off one leg, 3!
Oh my gosh, just a step through, off 1 foot jumper. Gets the crowd going as we head into the fourth quarter here. Coming off, high fives all around, smiles on his face as we see the replay.
Pump fake, off 1 leg, coach, off 1 leg.
Oh, I'm just gonna step and put the ball in the bottom of the net. So, but it's funny, you look at a shot like that, and you know, these kids are in the gym at least an hour a day for school, for PE class, and they take crazy shots like that all the time. They're shooting from the volleyball line. So we saw that actually come to practice makes perfect kind of a situation where it helped him in the game. So
I was just gonna say that you always see that famous clip of Patrick Ewing where he's yelling at his player when he's at Georgetown coach, and he says, "Did you practice that?" And in that moment, Amari, he practices that, as coach said.
He does practice that.
He practices that. So he knocks it down. Heritage extending their lead 40-25 against Shoreline Christian.
The only difference there with Amari is he probably has a pair of Crocs or a pair of slides on in the gym, then not his basketball shoes.
So everything going for Heritage to close it out. Going into the fourth, we had a bit of a stat update before the third quarter where Chano at the time had 5 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Takala had 7 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Hazen was on his way with 5 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. We will see if we get a live stat update here, but nonetheless, Amari adding to that, JJ getting a couple layups.
Well, and just a kind of a unique situation. We've led by 5 at the end of the first quarter, 10 at halftime, and 15 at the end of the third quarter. We could be on track for my prediction. If you score 5 more each quarter, we're going to win by 20.
We might have to go bet a big one. We might have to go, Coach, you've been calling everything tonight. We might have to go to the casino after this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't frequent the casino that much, and when I do, I'm on a tight budget.
Youth program here,
Yep.
you know, just jokes, but yeah, you're a whiz with the predictions tonight. Step through for Takala. Oh, pass underneath to AJ, gets a layup. Long pass there. Let me get a reach on Amari. I mean, stops a transition, what could have been a transition layup, so I guess not a bad foul.
Yeah, definitely not a bad foul there. Good clean defense, maybe a little bit handsy on the reach, but like you said, stop the transition play. Forces Shoreline Christian to get in a set. Gives our defense a chance to get set up in our 2-3.
Yeah, get a stop and maybe get a transition bucket. So Heritage just swarming around number 0. He hasn't really, he's scored, but he hasn't got busy. He hasn't been able to get busy like past nights.
No, as a foul's called on Hazen shot bell.
Oh, I thought it was out of bounds, but okay, we'll get a reach foul on the shot attempt.
Yeah, the official on the baseline blew his whistle as well as the guy on the top, and the guy on the top called a foul. So he had a different angle and saw what he saw.
And I mean, again, if he's going to score, he's going to score right. But this pace definitely, you know, contributing to stymieing the rest of the Shoreline Christian's roster as well. You haven't really seen other players be able to score as heavily because of the pace, a lot of turnovers. JJ with a little bit of contact, nearly gets a tip in. A roll around, outlet pass. Takala able to get back though. Oh, loses the ball though. And then they get a reach call there for Jaden Culver. See Coach Sean pleading to the ref. I can't make out what he's saying, but he was pleading for something.
I think he just wants a discussion, just to talk over some things that he's seen from the sideline. You know, a very respectful manner. I'm trying to have a conversation with the officials about what he's seeing and going to bat for his players a little bit.
Yeah, scrappy game so far. Obviously, you know, it's hard. Sometimes you don't want those foul calls. And then we see a foul there. Looked like AJ might have been vertical, but he gets called for a foul. So Jaden Culver going to the foul line. Heritage up, 16 points, 42. Shoreline Christian, 26.
This is not the guy that we want to send to the free throw line. It's 3 for 3 in his last 3 attempts, about to be possibly 4 for 4. But he is their guy, right? Like you said, there hasn't been a lot of offensive contribution from anybody else on this Shoreline Christian team. Culver's a kid you got to keep an eye on and contain. Timeout's called on the made free throw by Shoreline Christian. Hawks lead by 14 points.
Yeah, and I think for Heritage, obviously, it's the pace they want to play at, and sometimes it's going to get you fouls, sometimes it's going to get you turnovers. It's one of those ones you got to try and be as careful as possible with the contact, but regardless, there's going to be some fouls taken, some, you know, turnovers given.
Well, and we talk about fouls and turnovers. Take a look at the scoreboard here. Once again, we're, you know, just into the fourth by just a minute and 14, and if the fouls are correct on the scoreboard, we've got 4 fouls listed in just a minute and 15 seconds worth of play. So that's a little bit off with the number of fouls for the time we've played, and Shoreline Christian doesn't have a single foul recorded. So the fans are going to look at that and they're going to wonder why there's such a discrepancy in the foul calls. Not to get over analytical about that, but that's a factor in the game and will be a factor for our fans as we continue into this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think if you're Heritage, obviously, that you're getting a lot of looks at the basket, some uncontested, some contested, like that one right there. So you know, whether you make it or miss it, you're obviously not going to get one
turnover.
on there. And then, yeah.
Nice unselfish by Chazen, just off the mark for Takala. Just swarming around Shoreline Christian in the backcourt.
Amari gets a spin in between the defender. Gets to go to the free throw line.
As you see this handoff here, Takala nice and easy. But then as soon as the ball gets inbounded, JJ is all over the offensive guys, forcing those turnovers.
Yeah, Heritage doing a great job, you know, just pressure from the moment this game started till now. Not letting their foot off the gas, and so free throw trip, trying to extend that lead to 20 to create a successful prediction for Matt.
That's a tough cross-court pass, especially with the length that Hazen and Takala provide in this press. Pass is deflected. Jefferson recovers it, and it's knocked away by Shoreline Christian.
Yeah, Heritage just, they're waiting. They're playing the passing lanes, being active. We see a baseline pass there to AJ. He's not able to finish. But then nonetheless, pressure on the ball handler. Just rushing them. Not making anything easy for Shoreline Christian.
Amari tips it out, chases it, goes and lays it up with ease. One thing about JJ and Amari at the top there, they are not afraid to extend the two part of the 2-3 all the way out to the volleyball line. Sometimes you'll see Takala with a big defensive block there. Immediately runs it out to Hazen. Hazen under to JJ as it's blocked away.
This pace is just so fast. I just get caught watching, Coach. I'm not going to lie.
It's okay. I know when you're watching, I have to take over.
Couple transitions, steals. You're doing a great job breaking it down as we see a swat here, baited swat there. Takala able to avoid, contact. Says, get that stuff out of here. And we see, Amari calling for the outlet.
Yeah, Takala gave him a look and decided he wasn't going to go that far right now. Probably didn't see the passing lane that Amari was calling for.
Great way to be conservative, get a set here. 3 ball for Amari, and it's good.
Extends the lead to 22 points here for the Hawks. Covers the spread for all of you betting viewers at home.
4 minutes, 24 seconds. AJ called for a foul on the baseline. So number 5, Tristan Rosler will go to the free throw line, knocks down the first one. And then see that pace setting in. Jaden Culver going to the bench.
Yeah, he hasn't seen the bench for very many, maybe hardly any time tonight. I don't know, this might be his first time coming out of the game, but we kind of alluded to this earlier in the broadcast talking about our pace of play and the fact that he was out there the whole time wondering if he could keep up. And here we are in the fourth quarter with just over 4 minutes left.
For 3.
Ball is tipped from behind by Amari.
Contest right there leads to a rebound by Hazen. And then, maybe a forced foul after he misses the layup.
Yeah, I know that's just a great hustle, all-out effort play by Amari to run that down and just deflect the ball enough to cause that ball to not go in the hole.
And then I believe they're at the 5 cal fount.
Nah, that 5 fouls is on us.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's some liquid, some sweat on the ground. Not sure.
Lots of squeaky sneakers in the gym, so that's probably the case.
All right, as they get that mess cleaned up, I believe we will get an inbounds with 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Chano able to come back in the game, gets it tipped out. Oh, forcing the turnover zone, and then definitely a reach there.
Little smile on his face from Amari. It's good to see a young player like Amari maintain his composure, not getting frustrated, having fun, smiling. Obviously, basketball is kind of his life, and he's a talented player. Obviously has the 1 foot running 3-pointer down.
Yeah, he's doing a great job here at the end of the game, not rushing it, getting a good look. That results in a easy jumper for JJ.
Got a travel call. And really a good job by AJ there, maintaining his position, not leaving his feet. He had a foul called here a few minutes back where he left his feet, but Coach Sean motioned him to stay on the ground and did exactly that, and good things happen when you don't leave your feet.
Amari attacking, gets a foul call. So as obviously Hawks cover the spread for you, Coach Matt Tate closing out the game. We got 3 minutes, 30 seconds. You know, what would you like to see coming towards districts for Heritage boys?
Well, I'd love to see the intensity on the defensive end. I think that's something that really brings a lot to this team that we weren't seeing early on in the year. With this full strength personnel lineup we have enough guys as Amari shoots a 3 there just off the mark. Chano with the rebound, quick pass to Damon. Great job there by Chano to find the open guy for the easy lay-in. You know, offensively, I think just really finding what's working and what your identity is going to be, and make the lay-ins, please.
As we get a kind of a run through by JJ, looked like he was trying to go for a steal, misses it. So easy layup there by Shoreline Christian.
But I will say one thing, you know, about, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I don't think this has been our best shooting percentage game. You know, but our boys are doing a good job of playing through it and still shooting the ball. They're not taking bad shots, they're just not falling, and sometimes that's going to happen on nights.
Yeah, I agree. I think the other thing that I would like to see them clean up, obviously, you know, they do play with a great pace, but, you know, going into districts, you're going to get a lot more of a tougher matchup. You got to definitely clean up the turnovers, be able to get into your offense a little bit, you know, close out games, and also get some smooth offense rolling during the game.
As Chano's like doing 3 squats in a row, daring the guy that he's going to shoot from 35 feet, gets a laugh out of the audience.
And then obviously the other thing that it's going to be, you know, we'll be seeing is, are they going to be able to match up inside, you know, come districts? Will they have some inside presence against maybe some teams that are a little bit bigger and might be able to match that speed?
Yeah, definitely a point to consider. You know, are we going to be able to survive a game where the opposing team has, you know, some bigger guys on the inside? Because that is definitely not something we have. Although I've seen, you know, from today, I've seen Takala doing a much better job of crashing the boards. He's a long, tall kid. He's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. That'll be good. Damian Pablo obviously plays the inside. He doesn't have a bunch of height, but he's definitely not afraid of contact and play physical down there. So we'll see at the 1B level. Not likely to find a lot of teams with, you know, starting 4 guys over 6 foot. As Chano's just absolutely hammered there with a no call.
Leads to a layup. We get a scoreboard off
We
there.
got a scoreboard situation here. It's going to be an inadvertent dead ball. Should go back to the Hawks.
Minute 39 here as the Hawks close it out. Looking to finish strong as they get ready to go into districts in the Northwest 1B League. Great turnout of the fans and family here. We're hoping that as they get into those do or die games that we get the support. Family and fans coming out and supporting.
Yeah, there's a little conversation at the table there between the official and the scorekeepers. Obviously, the little Jeopardy music in the background.
As we look to figure it out. And as we get the game rolling, minute 40. Damon to the bucket.
AJ comes down with a rebound. That should be the 5th foul of the quarter for Shoreline Christian, and should send Chano Guzman to the line shooting 2.
So Hawks still with a chance to keep that spread covered for Coach Matt Tate. AJ.
So I don't know if I should say this or not, but the foul was called on Shoreline Christian, and the person that was fouled was Chano. And I watched Chano motion for AJ to go to the line.
That's a good observation, Coach Matt.
Did you see that, or am I seeing
I
things?
thought I saw it too, but
Okay.
you know, AJ gets a point and then gets another one. Another opportunity. Apollo in the corner. Swings it back out to Chano. Swings it over for 3. So Hawks still playing with a lot of that energy. Up and under for Hazen.
Really unselfish basketball there by Hazen. Nice under the hoop, side swipe kind of a pass.
And fans still erupting as the pace is just as fast as it was when we started with 50 seconds left.
So from our stat guy, crew leader, our eyes in the sky, if you will, getting a recommendation for Hazen to be the chosen player to interview after the game.
All right, looks like we'll have Hazen Shotbell coming up to the booth to do our post-game interview as Heritage Hawks close it out on senior night. Up 57-33 on Shoreline Christian with 46 seconds.
So all you fans at home that are thinking, I'm going to turn the broadcast off, don't miss your opportunity to listen to Hazen Shotbell, one of our seniors, doing great things not only on the court but in the classroom. So just a really great kid. So
3 there.
Nice pass by AJ across court. Apollo and Hazen creating a little havoc over there.
Trying to trap.
Chano, excuse me. Apollo and Chano creating a little havoc for Shoreline as we got 21.1 seconds left.
Hawks still playing fast and furious. So time running out. I think Coach for Shoreline Christian asking, I thought he was asking for the clock to run, but attacks the bucket. Then there's a reaching foul on Apollo.
Oh, I know what I was going to bring up. I actually talked to Dr. Nathan Plummer, our principal, about the playoff scenario. Right now, it appears both of our boys and girls are going to be second place in league to Lummi. That's kind of what it's turned out to be. And that means that we will be hosting a game, district league playoff game on Saturday, both boys and girls here at the Francy Sheldon court. So just wanted to give an update to our viewers at home who may be curious about when the next game would be. We do go to Lummi this week, I believe, but we will be at home on Saturday hosting a playoff game. So if you got nothing else going on this weekend, make your way down to Heritage High School in the Francy Sheldon gym and come watch the boys and girls play in some playoff basketball.
So you heard it here first from Coach Matt Tate, internship coordinator. We get a district game here Saturday, hosted in the Francy J. Sheldon gym. We will now have Hazen Shotbell do the post-game interview.
Yeah, a nice 25-point win. We were able, as predicted, we kind of thought that in the fourth quarter, Shoreline Christian would have a hard time keeping up that pace, and evident by the 25-point win for our boys tonight. Always fun to watch them. Really excited for them to make a playoff run. And as always, it's always a pleasure to be with you in the booth. Please don't replace me with JD. I know he's filled in for us big on Saturday, but it's always a pleasure and enjoy my time with you here in the booth. So everybody else at home, thanks for being here, and I'm going to sign off and go find Hazen.
Great job, Coach Matt Tate. We will be giving out his phone number to phone a friend later on for the next broadcast as we wait for Hazen Shotbell to come on up for his post-game interview. What's going on, Hazen? Hold it tight, hold it close, hold it close.
Oh man, mine. Yeah, all right.
So good evening, Hazen Shotbell. So a successful senior night for you guys as you take it away 59-34 against Shoreline Christian. Was there any added pressure going into senior night?
Yeah, a lot of added pressure, especially with the crowd. The crowd is massive, the biggest crowd we've seen all year. Yeah, that's about it. I put on a show tonight, just like.
As we see on the monitor, maybe some highlights from you. How'd you feel when you're hitting those shots, hearing the crowd erupt?
Oh my, I forgot to even hit a three. I don't even notice the crowd for real. I'm always hustling. Yeah, that's about it.
Great job, great job. So Coach Matt Tate over there, internship coordinator, said you guys will get to host a Saturday district playoff game. How are you feeling going into that game?
Whoa. I got the jitters, not even gonna lie. I'm pretty confident with my team, though. I think we could pull through. If we all just stay, play as a team, stay confident, and take it to the rack, that's about it. I think we'll be good. We already got our threes down.
I love it, I love it. Congratulations, great game played in front of your family. Like I said, crowd erupted as you did a good job. You guys come away victorious. Good luck come Saturday.
Yep, thank you, thank you.
Have it. Hazen Shotbell closed it out in a post-game interview. As I said, we'll be giving away Matt Tate's number for a phone or friend on Saturday's broadcast for Taylor Heritage Hawks. Good night.